Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Anime Mystics podcast. I'm Roman.
I am Steven Sonosuke-sama.
And, this is the winter anime. It's winter, right?
Yes?
Okay. You sure it's not fall?
No, this is the winter wrap-up.
Yeah.
And today is April 1st. It's April Fool's Day. And I'm going to make the announcement that I am now officially a Dragon Ball Z fan.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh.
April Fools.
Damn.
Ha!
Thought they finally converted you.
Nah. Ha
See, he actually got me that time.
For real?
You actually got me, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Not that easy.
This is the winter anime wrap-up.
Yes.
So we'll be talking about all of the shows that we were watching this season and what we thought about them.
Yeah. Couple still in progress.
Yes, a couple still in progress. We both have a couple that we were planning on watching that never got the chance to finish or start.
Yes.
I know I keep saying I'm going to do quintessential quintuplets, and I still have not started that.
Yeah. Well, now you're lucky because it's over, so you could just sit there and just zerg it out.
Yeah, I could pick like a day and be like, I'm just going to spend half the day and watch this.
Just knock it out. Yeah, just knock it out.
But, we had, what was it? What anime convention in Japan was there?
Anime Japan.
Anime Japan.
Yep.
So we'll be talking about what was announced during that as well.
Yep.
And I am also going to, again, give my list of what I'm watching for next season. I don't think you have a list yet, because you say you go by memes.
Like I said, a couple of those were announced at Anime Japan, so for sure. And then everything else will be whatever the meme pages come up with.
Whatever looks interesting.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Funniest meme wins.
Funniest meme. Well, we'll see which one is the most memeable this season.
Yes.
I don't know what that's going to be, though. There's a few weird ones.
Chin chin.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not over it yet.
How can you be?
Yeah. Over on Crunchyroll, but never in our hearts.
Mm-hmm. All right, so do you want me to start it off, or do you want to start
Let's kick it off.
Okay. Well, I think first I'm going to start with the only anime that I think is one of the two anime that's actually still continuing, and that's Shield Hero. Because we got to the halfway point this last week, and they had it end on a cliffhanger, which I did not like. Did you watch it?
I did. I am up to date.
All right. So I can actually talk about it.
Yes.
So we got to see his fight with the, I guess the leader of the waves, Glass.
Yes.
And nothing they did worked. Like, nobody did anything to this lady. He used his Iron Maiden technique, and she was like, nah, it's not as effective as I thought it would be. And just busted out of it. And they ended up having to retreat. Also, I did not realize that the waves had a time limit.
Yeah, timeout.
Yeah, so that's basically how they survived this time, because the wave ran out of time. They did defeat those Soul Eater?
Yes.
That's Dimensional Soul Eater.
Yeah, the mid-bosses.
Yeah, so they at least did something. Well, he did something. The rest of them didn't do a whole lot. Especially Spear Hero. All of them were just kind of standing around. It's like, I guess he'll handle it.
I mean, they're hero by name, never by efficiency. But
yeah. It's like what Raftalia was saying. How can you call yourself the world's heroes if you're not even doing anything?
Yeah.
But yeah, they ended up getting away, and to be honest, I'm actually kind of glad they didn't defeat her. Because it actually shows that there's something to work towards.
Yes.
If they would have just come in, if she would have came in and he would have eventually eked out a win, I probably would have been a little disappointed.
Yeah. It's like all this build-up, and then it's just like, boop, it's over.
Yeah. Like all the other anime, like Slime.
Yeah. 2 episode build-up, over, next arc.
Yeah, who
next
am I
villain.
That was the anime I was going to bring up anyway. So yeah, I'm glad they didn't defeat her, and that we're going to get her again, probably in the next wave. Because she'll probably want to just jump in there and start fighting him again.
Yeah, for real.
Since he's the only one that she really considers a hero out of the 4.
Yeah.
We got a little, I guess, kind of a little bit of backstory for the king, based
Yeah.
off of things that he said.
Yeah, he's trying to show that he's not such a dickhead.
I don't care what you do, man. You're still one.
Yeah.
Unless the previous Shield hero did something incredibly horrible to you, I'm not convinced yet.
Yeah, they're trying, it feels, to make him seem a little understandable or relatable.
A little more sympathetic.
Yeah, and that's fine, but it's also like, at what point do you start trusting the heroes, including Shield Hero, to do their jobs? And it's not like the king wasn't aware of what was going on. He's in the middle of it, so...
Yeah.
You know...
Plus, as we saw, he's able to watch them through that crystal ball.
Yeah.
So he can keep an eye on the Shield hero and see what he's doing.
Right.
It's not like he can't keep tabs on him.
Right. So it's, we have Princess Melty, though, so fun times. And it's, at first when Melty debuted and all that, it was kind of like, oh, okay, all right, here's a little bratty princess. Okay, cool. Well, she gets along with Philo. All right, good stuff.
Yeah.
But then you kind of see that, okay, actually she not only means well and does well, she's got a little heart of gold, and she takes no one's crap.
No.
You don't really see feisty lowlies like that.
I love that when the other princess was trying to tell her, oh, you got to listen to what father says. He's the king. He's basically taking over for mom. And she's like, you know what? It's none of your business.
Yeah, you know what? I really don't care about.
Stay out of this.
Yeah, that was probably one of the best moments right now. That, if not the best moment of the series to date. So, Princess Melty doing the shutdown on the royal family.
Yeah.
So, all the props in the world to Melty. So, yeah, but it looks like it'll be fun times.
Yeah, and then it ended with her trying to get the Shield hero to come back to the city.
Yeah.
So that him and the king can reconcile, because she doesn't want them fighting.
Yeah.
Since, I mean, it doesn't make sense that the king and one of the heroes is constantly at ends, trying to, like, the king is basically trying to screw him over.
Right.
And he's just trying to do his job so he can go home.
Right.
But they gotta work together if they're gonna, like, get through this, because he needs to be able to get his people leveled up.
Yeah.
Like, what was it? Class up.
Yeah, class change, basically.
Yeah. And right now the king's got that pretty much eliminated. He's put out like decrees saying, you can't allow him to use the Dragon Hourglass to class up his people.
Which would make them stronger, which would be in his interests in order to defeat the bad guys.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's for some selfish reason or anything, but
right.
Plot.
But yeah, I mean, the king and apparently the other princess, I refuse to say her by name, so
yeah.
That's all she's going to be known
Princess
as.
Bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So until, I guess, Melty gets them to reconcile, which I'm assuming is going to be soon, since he did just save her from an attempted assassination. And he seems to really love his daughters, so I'm assuming this is going to start the reconciliation towards the two.
Yeah, I want to say that this will probably be the element that gets them to start talking to one another, Shield Hero and the King. But at the same time, it could go the other way too, because it's like Naofumi said about it being a setup.
Yeah.
So it still could go that he just hardens himself and he's just like, yeah, see, I told you so. Can't trust anybody. But, then again, it could just go down the obvious path and just be like, okay, maybe Melty is not bad. Maybe Melty is the one exception and I can trust Melty. So I can't honestly tell. This might be one of those times when reading the manga beforehand would be nice. But I don't have that knowledge right now. So that's what I'm thinking. I still go either way. And either way wouldn't really shock me. Because, the writers probably still want to be suspenseful or try to pull something. But who knows?
Yeah. I mean, judging by the setup,
yeah,
it looked like the plan was to kill Melty and make it look like the Shield Hero did it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he noticed, because of his everything that's happened to him, and he's able to tell when he's getting set up with something.
Right.
So I kind of feel like that's what was trying to go down.
Yeah.
And at least for now, I don't know about next episode, we'll have to see, but I'm pretty sure they're not going to attempt to kill her again.
Right.
he's stopped it.
Yeah.
And one of them had the magic ball. So I'm assuming whoever asked these guys to do it, probably the other princess. I don't know why, but I kind of got that feeling. So they can see that it's done.
Right.
So whoever hired them, my suspicions are the princess, but I don't know. I don't know if she wants to actually kill her sister or not. But the way things have been going, she might.
To be continued.
Yeah. Till Wednesday.
Till Wednesday.
But yeah, it's been a couple of really good episodes the last couple weeks.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was it, episode 11 when he used Iron Maiden gave me goosebumps. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't get goosebumps that often when I watch stuff anymore, but that did it. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty OP technique. You don't really think of him as having any real offensive capabilities. So when he finally does something like that brutal, it's kind of like, huh, good times. All right. So, and it's also kind of a good demonstration to show that he is not just about defense, that there is more to Shield Hero than just defense and protecting, that if he wants to, he can make stuff happen. Mm-hmm. And that adds a little bit more depth to the character, too. So it's kind of a little bit of mystery, and it's kind of a little bit of like, oh, okay, right on. So, good times. Good stuff. Now, Fumi is coming up.
Yeah.
More props and respect to him.
And they also brought back that old lady he saved a few episodes ago.
Oh, man. She was a gem. She was an absolute gem. That was like, whoa. Alrighty then. So, and I'm going to divert for just a little bit. So, in FGO, Old Man Shu Wen, he became playable during New Year's. And Old Man Li Shu Wen debuted in the China chapter of FGO last year for Lost Belt Chapter 3. And that's kind of like what he does. He's like old man dressed up in the Chinese martial artist gear, and he just boom 1-inch punch everybody, and he's doing that. So when I saw the granny using martial arts like that, I instantly just thought of that, and I was all like, it's just kind of like that trope, that martial arts master who's just a senior citizen, and they just whoop so much ass, and everyone's just like, God damn. So. Yeah, it was pretty fun. I respect them for doing that. That was pretty good.
Yeah. And then she reveals, I used to be an adventurer, so.
Yeah. In case you couldn't tell.
I can handle these guys.
Nah.
You go ahead and go to deal with the monsters. The boss.
Oof.
But yeah, that was great. That was a really good episode, and last episode was really good too. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to Wednesday when we get to see, hopefully, who attempted to kill Melty.
Dum.
Yeah.
Drama bomb.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's, again, this something the manga readers have an advantage over, but, we'll get there. We'll get there in due time.
The manga and the light novel readers.
Yeah, correct.
Darn you.
But in the meantime, though, on Saturday, if you guys are local to the San Francisco area, the Kinokuniya bookstore in San Francisco, Japantown, they're having the artist from Shield Hero come down. I think we talked about this previously. I'm not sure, but
no, we found out about it after the last episode was.
Oh, okay. So then this will be relatively new information.
Yeah.
To those that listen to the podcast. Okay, cool. So yeah, San Francisco, Japantown, Saturday afternoon. The artist from Shield Hero, he'll be there. They're going to do a cosplay contest. So if you bring your Naofumi and Raphtalias, or you can just do Philo.
Yeah,
it's just a bedsheet and a wig.
I mean, Raphtalia's pretty easy too. You just get some ears.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Trash Panda.
Yeah, Trash
Warrior Trash Panda.
It's not just Rocket anymore.
Trash Panda waifu. Let's be fair. He's going to also do a live on-site drawing. So he's just going to crank out a drawing real quick to show how badass he is. He's actually going to judge the cosplay contest too.
Oh, that's cool.
So, and I believe there's a prize. So he's going to do that. He's going to do a drawing. They're going to have a Q&A session. And then, as starting today, they were selling the volume 10 of the manga. So the first 100 people that bought the manga today got a ticket to come and get that volume 10 autographed by him. So he's going to do an autograph, and that I believe is around 2 to 7. I believe that's what they said.
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so from 2 to 3 is going to be the introduction, cosplay contest, live drawing.
Yeah.
From 3 to 7 is going to be the signing.
There you
for the
go.
manga.
3 to 7. Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he's only going to be signing the manga.
Only, yeah.
So you can't bring something for him to sign.
Yeah.
And they're not allowing any photography, so you can't take pictures. Unfortunately.
I mean, that's not going to stop me.
Right.
You got me on mic saying that now.
Just don't put your flash on.
Yeah, no. If anything, I wouldn't probably be taking pictures of the event or inside the bookstore. I understand that too, and that's actually a general rule that Kinokuniya tends to have: is no photography in the store. But if in the mall itself, if I can definitely take some pictures of the cosplayers, I would love to. So I'll do my best to get some of that content for you guys on the page.
Is it a guy? The name sounds more feminine. Aya-Q?
Okay, maybe it is. All right.
Yeah.
So him, her.
I guess you'll find out on Saturday.
I will definitely find out on Saturday.
Yeah. Steven will be there.
Yes.
He got his copy today.
Yeah.
I unfortunately had to work, so I could not go down. And
yeah.
I'm more into making money than not making money. So
this weeb stuff. That's fair.
So I didn't go. However, if the guest in the New York one would have been down here, I would have skipped work. Yeah. Ina Iba is going to be in the New York area the same day, doing a signing for Review Starlight.
Nice.
If you're in the New York area.
So if you're on the East Coast, you got something going on over there too for your Kinokuniya bookstores.
Yeah, and for those who don't know, she is Minato Yukina from Bang Dream. She does. I don't know the name of the character in Review Starlight, but she's from there as well, and she does one of the penguins in Kimono Friends. So, yeah,
solid stuff.
Yep.
So go check out Kinokuniya on New York or in San Francisco, California. Shield Hero and Bang Dream.
Yeah, well, I think there she's doing Review Starlight.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. And then I guess we'll report back on more Shield Hero shenanigans in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
The next one. See what happens with Melty.
With the big reveal on who tried to kill Melty.
Oh, boy.
Although you will all know already before we get to the podcast. So.
Yeah.
It's not going to be that big of a reveal.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to go next? Or because the other one I got on here is another one that's still going.
Yeah, just go.
Okay, so the other one that I got that's still airing, at least until probably middle of May, is the Piano no Mori season 2. Kai reconciled with his friend because I remember I told you last time that he pretty much said that he hated him. What was his name? Shue. He basically got his feelings together, figured out what was, how to deal with it, and then after that, Shue started thinking to himself, okay, well, I feel really bad for what I said, and I don't want it affecting his piano playing during the competition, so I need to apologize, which he actually never said I apologize, but he did start helping him, practice for the competition.
Nice.
So, I did not watch this last episode from last week. But I think the final day of the finals started. So, I still need to watch that and find out what happens. But it should be a good episode. A lot of good music. So.
Now, is the music made by the people of the show, or did they go get the Japanese orchestra to do it, or the Tokyo Orchestra, or the London Orchestra to do the music?
I don't know which orchestra is doing it.
But it is an orchestra.
It is an orchestra. For the finals, it's an orchestra.
Okay.
For the last few parts of the competition, it was just piano.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you got a computer here.
Yeah,
we can use.
Let's see.
I don't know why we didn't think about this the last few episodes.
Yeah, I was just curious. It's who's basically making the music? The Czech Philharmonic Orchestra, if I'm reading this right.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Piano no Mori basically means piano forest. Mori means forest, so I guess so. It's the Czech Philharmonic Orchestra. Philharmonic.
Yeah.
So, nice.
Awesome.
Oh,
So yeah,
pretty hardcore, man.
yeah, they went all out, and it shows.
Yeah.
So yeah, once I actually catch up with the anime, I'll have more to say. But the performances they did have were really good. So,
I don't know if I never asked this to you in the previous podcast, but did you ever do piano yourself?
Me? No.
Okay.
I did try to play guitar and drums. I have no patience for the guitar.
Got it.
I've tried multiple times, and after a couple weeks, if I haven't gotten any better, I'm like, I'm done with this.
Oh man, how are you going to start your FGC career?
I know, right? And drums, I had no time to play, so I had to sell the set. And it was in my garage, and it was super crowded in there. There were boxes all around me when I was trying to play.
Yeah,
and
that's a bummer.
And again, I didn't have the time or anything to play the drums, so I had to sell the set.
Got it. So, do you have an attachment to classical music? Is this something you grew up with, or?
It's not classical. I did grow up with 40s, 50s music, but classical not so much. But I like all kinds of music. It doesn't really matter to me what kind of music it is. I mean, I have my preferences on what I like to listen to, but I can listen to just about anything, unless it's hardcore rap.
I shared that meme this morning on my way to work while listening to people talk about drugs and killing people, and it was SpongeBob just happy driving stick shift. And I was all like, I'm not talking about hardcore rap, man. I'm talking about Motley Crue and Dr. Feelgood.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you think I was talking about? I'll share the meme. And then I'll probably share it in the group too, so that people know what I'm talking about. Now that I made my debut officially on the Facebook page, but we'll talk about that more later on.
Yep.
Roman's been pressuring me to do that, and I finally did. April Fools, but we're talking about pianos, so
yeah, we're talking about pianos.
All right.
Basically, we did. They've mentioned this before, but Kai is not actually in the competition to win. At least in the beginning, his teacher did just basically say, I can't teach you anything anymore, so I'm done after this, but I'll set you up with a really good teacher to help you as you progress.
Got it.
And because of that, he wants to win this competition for him. However, his teacher's whole plan was only to introduce him to the world.
Got it.
Because Kai wants to make a living out of this. He wants to make money and help his family and the people that he grew up with. So that's his whole plan. And in order to do that, he had to get into this competition and show what he could do, so that he can potentially get into an orchestra and play around the world and make money.
Nice.
But since he's so determined to win right now, he might pull it off. Who knows?
Yeah.
It's a lot of good people in this competition. But if he continues to play the way he was in the last few rounds, he should win. But again, who knows? They might have him lose because that one judge is out to get him.
Yeah, and they could prolong the series.
Yeah, like I said, there's another 6 episodes. Well, after this one, 5 episodes. But we'll see how long they can prolong it.
Nice.
I wouldn't mind another season.
Nice.
More classical music. I don't mind. But that's pretty much it. That's all I got for those. So yeah, I'll give you more of an update in the next one when I watch when I catch up.
Cool. Well, definitely look forward to it. And at some point, if you find the OST, you can definitely link that too for those that want to check out at least the music.
Yeah.
Sounds like it'll be fun.
I cannot remember the name of one of the songs, but I know it because of One Piece. Because they played the song when he defeated Crocodile.
Got it.
I remember when I heard it in the anime in last season, I was like, hey, this is the song when he beat Crocodile, when Luffy beat Crocodile. And then, people have been asking me in the comments, what's the name of that song? And I'd have to go on, Google, what other people should be doing.
Right. It's just easier to ask you.
Yeah, so I just go on Google and, what's the name of this song? What is the name of the song playing when Luffy beats Crocodile? That's basically what I type in, and it gives me the answer.
Nice.
So, yeah.
All right. Then I leave that up to Mr. Roman. He's going to go look that up, and he's going to report back to you guys. Well, I guess moving on. I guess I'm just going to rapid fire through a couple of mine because some of these are just kind of wrap-ups, and some of these probably deserve a little bit more talk. So I'm going to start with Manaria Friends because that one was shorter watch.
That was the one I was over here like, nah, I'm not going to talk about it.
Yeah.
If you heard me over here like thinking about what I was going to talk about or not.
Yeah, it was, it kind of started and ended, and it was a flash in the pan. It did definitely intrigue me into playing Grand Blue Fantasy, and I had to ask a friend of mine who actually does play Grand Blue Fantasy, why did they call it Rage of Bahamut, but then they're also listed as Grand Blue Fantasy, and he says that's because they have a lot of crossover. Oh. So you'll see characters in both games.
So they're in like the same universe.
I don't know the logistics of it. I don't know how deep it goes, but they are both made by Psy Games. So,
okay, that makes
if
sense.
they own it all, it wouldn't be that impossible.
Yeah.
It would be like when Fate or when Type Moon puts in different characters from their universe into Grand Order. They can, like when Shiki came from Kado no Kyokai, because they own it all.
Who I actually got in like one roll. That was super lucky.
Yeah. So, yeah, and I mean the show itself was cute, and at times when they tried to be all dramatic and all that, it was kind of like superficial and all that. But yeah, it was still for what it was. It was still well animated, still well designed, still Gray. If you're not a fan of Gray, damn, you might be dead inside.
I know I'm a fan.
Yeah, I can't think of anyone that didn't see Gray and not think that okay, that's waifu. Didn't matter who you were. Man, woman, child, old, young, everybody was just like Gure all the way.
Dragon waifus.
So if you didn't learn your lesson from Slime.
Yeah.
So, out of nowhere. So if, hopefully, like, I know that Grand Blue Fantasy is having a game that's coming out, co-made by Platinum Games, and hopefully Gure makes it in there, but I'm also kind of not holding my breath because, again, I know she's kind of in both universes, so anything is possible, but that would be nice. I would definitely like not to wail for her. So, I don't want to start a Grand Blue Fantasy account and then have to go and gotcha for Gure.
Especially if it's supposed to be worse than FGO.
Yeah, like it's just worse drop rates. But what's funny is that, again, today is April Fool's Day. And so what the guys who did Grand Blue Fantasy actually did was, for their April Fool's joke, they put out a comic of the character Ilsa getting married. And the joke is that Ilsa is kind of like an older teacher type character. And she's always worried about, will she ever get married? Will she ever get married? And that's kind of like, the older lady trope. Not quite an ada, but she's definitely like an oof-oo-foo-foo. And so the creators are all like, oh, look, she finally got married. And I was like, that's so messed up. That's so mean. It's so like, she just wants to be happy, and you guys are just teasing her. That's so mean. I couldn't believe that.
April Fools.
I'm loading it up to show Roman while I'm talking here. But, man. So, first, let me start with this one. This is what Elsa actually looks like. Obviously, that's fan art. But yeah, that's what Elsa looks like. And so, that's more Fate stuff. You don't need to see that. Let's just go to the picture. And then that's her getting married.
Wow.
So, it's so mean. And then you see right there on the bottom, it's all like, just kidding. She's devastated.
She is. She's crying in the image.
Why would you do that?
I'll marry you. Don't worry.
I know, right? Everyone else is like, I'll do it.
I'll move to Japan and get one of those pillows, and apparently they can do that over there.
Jeez. What was it from the Hunger Games? I volunteer for tribute?
Yeah, I'll be your tribute.
Jeez. Rip poor Ilsa.
I'm middle-aged too, so...
Yeah. F's in the chat for Ilsa. So, yeah. So, Manaria Friends, Grand Blue Fantasy, and if I wasn't playing Fate Grand Order, honestly, I would be, like, head deep into Grand Blue Fantasy. So, it has great character design. I don't know anything about the actual gameplay, but at least the characters are nice.
Yeah, they all look really nice.
Yeah. So,
Well, I guess if we're talking about Manaria Friends, I do have to say I did like Anne and Grea's relationship.
yes.
It was really nice. Although Anne did seem kind of creepy at times.
Yes. Yes.
Stalking and a little bit trying to give her a love potion. It's like, come on.
Watching her, she molted.
Yeah, stealing her skin. Which she still had at the last episode.
Yes.
I know in one of the... I think it was the episode that happened, they showed that Greya got it back.
Mm-hmm.
But somehow she got another piece. Because she pulled it out when she was on her carriage heading back to school. And I was like, yeah, you're a little creepy, but I still like your relationship with her, so...
You're like, oh, that's creepy.
Yeah.
But, oh!
Basically, yeah.
Jeez.
But yeah, it was a cute little anime. It's nothing special.
Yeah.
But it's a cute watch.
Yeah.
If you're just looking for something to kind of pass the time.
Yeah, if you got like 2 hours to kill, check it out.
Yeah.
They're like 15-minute long episodes.
Yeah, they're 15 minutes. You're not wasting a whole lot of your precious time, watching it, an episode or two if you just want to watch an episode or two.
Yeah. And it'll get you hyped for the second season of Grand Blue Fantasy. So that is coming. So
Yep. Yeah, we do have a second season of that.
If you like what you see with Manaria Friends, you can check out the whole show. So
I'll have to watch the first season.
Yeah.
Because I was interested in watching it when I first heard about it.
Mm-hmm.
But now that they got a second season coming out, I was like, well, maybe it's time I actually watch it.
It's the best Final Fantasy you've never played.
Yeah.
That's the best way I can put it. So
yeah, that I'm gonna have to check out.
Definitely. Well, we'll get into that. We'll report back to you guys. See how Roman's mind is blown when it comes to Grand Blue. And if I get the PS4 game, I'll let you borrow that so you can check that out.
Yeah. I mean, I liked Rage of Bahamut. The first season of that, I played the game when it was that card battle game when it was available. It sucked when they took it off because I'd spent so much money on it. I was like, "Are you serious? I spent like $100 on this thing."
That sucks.
And you just say, "Oh well, we're done with the U.S." So, but then they got Shadowverse, so I got that on my phone now.
Nice.
And hopefully they don't get rid of that.
That's funny because that's the game that Daigo plays.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Shadowverse?
Yeah.
What's that? What's that Blizzard one?
Hearthstone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, it's like Hearthstone, but with the Rage of Bahamut characters.
Nice.
I still need to get into it, but it's pretty fun.
Nice.
From what I've played. I could have probably saved that for the game section, but we were already talking about this stuff, so...
No worries. I'll probably bring up Daigo playing Shadowverse later on.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right.
Moving on.
Yeah.
So I guess the next one that I finished was Promised Neverland.
Yes. This was one of the shows that I was going to watch and didn't get the time.
Oh, but have you started it?
I have not.
Okay. So then I'm not gonna...
You can still talk about it?
Yeah, I'm not going to go too deep into it. In a nutshell, we'll just say that the main characters succeeded. Big surprise. But what is going to come next is up in the air. So they did confirm Season 2 next year, 2020.
Right.
And to my knowledge, they actually covered a lot of the manga in just these 12 episodes.
Yeah.
I think I had a friend who said he was reading the manga, or he started reading the manga, and they covered about like 60% or 70% of the manga. So when they ended this current season, they weren't that far behind.
Okay.
So that's interesting stuff. But I mean, it's probably why it's not immediately going into a sequel. Probably why they're giving it a year to make some material.
Yeah.
So,
but then you got to think, how much did they skip? Like, how much did they cut out?
It's from the same friend. He said it was fairly accurate.
Yeah.
So that's a good sign.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I think that anyone that comes up to you and says, "Oh yeah, my favorite anime is Promised Neverland," they're probably super edgy, and they think it's cool to just eat kids. You know, so eat and murder kids. They're delicious. Yeah, a little salt.
Get them when they're a little afraid. And,
yeah. Put them in the oven at 375 for 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's just like pork.
Yeah.
We do not condone cannibalism around here.
Please don't. Do not attempt this at home.
It is condone, right?
Yes.
I hope that's the right word.
Yes, just don't do it. Don't eat kids, and don't do it because, I saw Promised Neverland. Don't harvest brains.
Yeah.
But yeah, and the character that I love, Mom, Mama, whatever you want to call her. I told you guys, MILF of the season. I told you guys this.
Wasn't she pretty much the only one?
No, there was a couple. Like WataTen, which we'll talk about later. There was 3 of them there. It was all the girls' moms, basically. They're MILFs.
Okay.
So, yeah. Yeah, it was, man, that's rough. because so there's a lot of things about Promised Neverland where it's kind of built on you not knowing what to expect, unless you're one of those dirty, stinking manga readers. Then it's all spoiled for you.
Yeah.
But for the rest of us, it's kind of like, it's always like, you know, like Kaguya and the president, Kaicho, are always trying to outsmart each other, and that's all, like, the whole show is built off of. That's kind of like what it is with Promised Neverland. It's always just like a battle of wits to see who can outsmart the other one and all this, and there's deception and betrayal and camaraderie, and, you know, there's a lot going on. You wouldn't really think of it, but yeah, there's a lot going on. I still, like I said, I wouldn't say it's like the best show, nothing like that. But it was a solid watch. You have to give it up to the characters. They were pretty well defined, well developed, and you know it is not something that you see. The kids, you know, demons eating people. We've seen that before.
Oh,
but
yeah.
the way that the kids came together, it was kind of unique to see such a large group kind of all come together and work as a team and all that, and overcome the odds, overcome people who were superior than them pretty much in every given way. And they beat the odds. And now, from my understanding, is at least moving on in terms of the sequel to the anime, and if I wanted to go to the manga, what I would be experiencing, now I'm understanding the theme will now be survival. So, at first it was about escape. Mm-hmm. But now that the escape is done, now we're in the survival phase. So, it should be interesting.
Now you escape first. You first escape. Now you got to try to survive.
Yeah. So
I'm sure they're after them now.
Yeah. And then there was a plot twist at the end of the last episode too. That was kind of like, oh,
got Shyamalan.
More or less. Yeah. Literally came out with a twist. I don't know how to say that in Japanese, but if I did, they definitely said it.
They definitely did.
But yeah, it was cool, and it was so funny because I randomly I forgot what I was looking for, but I was on Google and I was actually typing in Promised Neverland, and it brought up a tweet from Justin Wong actually saying, "Oh my God, Promised Neverland is so awesome!" And I was like, "Justin, shouldn't you be practicing Street Fighter?" And you know, he's a fan. Yeah, he can multitask. He absolutely can. So when a professional FGC player is, you know, a big fan too, you know, I guess you're doing something right. So, and Justin has been known to talk anime as well, so it's not that he's in the dark or anything like that. He does follow anime, so, you know, if you don't want to take my recommendation, take Justin's recommendation.
Yeah.
He's an Evo champion, so.
He's trustworthy.
Yeah, he's reliable. So, I'm going to actually end it there because, again, I don't want to spoil it for Roman. Until Roman comes out and says officially he's not watching it, then I'm going to leave it there. So
either one of these days I'll say, I'm just not going to watch it.
Yeah.
Or I'll be like, I finished it, let's talk about it.
Yeah, exactly. So until then, I'll see you guys in 2020 about Promised Neverland.
I'll try to watch it before then if I do watch it.
All right, you have about a year.
I have about a year.
I'm going to talk about WataTen because Kaguya-Sama is above WataTen on my list. I think I'm actually going from like what I least liked to what I liked the most. I think that's how I'm going. Except, well, you know, Shield Hero and Manaria Friends were both good, so, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about the ones that least interest me to the ones that I'm most interested in. So, WataTen finished. Have you seen it?
No.
Down Came an Angel? Okay.
I might watch it, though, because of you talking about it.
Yeah, it's a more wholesome Uzumade.
Well, that's good.
So it's so funny because they had so many similarities. You know, an older lady takes a liking to a lowly, and the little lowly is like, "Ew, you're gross. Get away from me." But
was there a trash character?
There is a character who's obsessed with the character who's obsessed with the lowly, because that's the trope. It's like But this one didn't dunk her head into the toilet, so still never figured that out. I know, deal breaker.
She's dead to me then.
Yeah. Did we ever figure out what she was doing in the toilet? Did they ever, they never explain that?
They don't explain it.
No.
They just find her there. And...
Just handstand into maybe manga readers. I don't even know if anybody read the Uzumade manga. That I mean, well, someone had to make it get popular enough to be an anime, right?
I would assume.
And I don't even think it came over to the States. I don't think Amazon has a listing for Uzumade the manga. I could be wrong because now that the anime is finished.
Well, I mean, I don't know if that would go over well over here.
Oh, I'm sure it would do gangbusters. So, but yeah, no. What's it said? So, and it's funny too because Tsubame and Miyako, the two characters, they both are actual seamstresses too. Right. So Miyako makes cosplays, and Tsubame obviously made dresses for dolls and all that.
Yeah.
And they both have that going on, and they're also both really great cooks. So it's like I said, it's almost like it's almost
seems to be the trope.
Yeah, it's almost like the same character. And then they both kind of bribe the lowly into doing what they want through food. So it's really but.
You heard it here first. The way to a lolly's heart is her stomach.
Sounds so wrong.
I know, right?
But it keeps happening. This is the second time in less than a year that this happened. So it's okay. But yeah, no, it's just but it's more heartwarming. I felt there was more just not as crazy zany moments. Miyako is actually also still a NEET. So that's what kind of separates her from Tsubame.
Okay. Because
Tsubame was definitely more she wasn't afraid of people. It could be because, she was military or she was just more friendly and approachable. But Miyako doesn't have that. Miyako is actually a NEET. So she does go to university, but her thing is that she always complains that she just goes straight to university and then comes right back home. Because she just doesn't want it. She has a phobia with people. She just gets super shy and super apprehensive about people. And it actually puts her at odds with her mom. Because her mom is just you always wear that tracksuit and all that. And, her mom is always just slapping her around saying go be, outgoing, learn, get over your phobia.
Get a boyfriend.
Yeah, pretty much. Which is funny because Miyako is completely adorable. And Miyako would totally be the kind of girl that I would date, absolutely. So that all those qualities,
Right.
So... Miyako is absolutely endearing. The little girl thing too. But even Miyako, realizes that the way that she feels about the little girl, is creepy.
Right.
So, Hana is the little girl's name, because the Hinata is her little sister, and then Hana is the little girl that she's kind of obsessed over. Mm-hmm. So even she knows that it's kind of creepy, but it's also kind of through Hana is her way of getting over her phobia and meeting people and all that too. So, and again, it's funny because the way that Miyako treats Hana, the other character, Matsumoto, comes around and she treats Miyako that same way. And Matsumoto, just like Midori, is kind of don't you remember me? I was your best friend. I've always been, in love with you. I love everything about you. And the way that Tsubame was just kind of ew, you're gross. That's also how Miyako is to Matsumoto. She's always ew, you're gross. And they're you're the same people. You're the same shit. So.
But Midori's better.
I actually didn't. I didn't have anything really against Midori. Tsubame is better. And the same thing with Matsumoto. I don't have anything against Matsumoto too. So it's really adorable. Like I said, it's less creepy than Uzumade is, but at the same time, it's still kind of but
I mean, as slightly creepy as Uzumade was, it was nowhere near Happy Sugar Life creepy.
I've never seen that.
You could try it. It's more serious.
Okay.
But it was definitely a bunch of pedophiles.
Oh, fun stuff. Yeah, that's always the problem when you watch shows like this. It's you want to say yeah, it's a good show, and at the same time, it's
I dropped it. That's how bad it was.
Oh boy,
I got 3 episodes in. I was I'm done with this.
That's not a good sign. What year did it come out?
It was the same year as Uzumade. It was a season or two before.
It was just last year.
Yeah, it was. What else came out that season? I think it was Magical Girl Sight. I think it came out the same season as 3D Kanojo Girl, and oh god, what was it? Wotakoi, I think.
Okay.
Either the same season or the season after or before. It was like around that time.
So Wotakoi was like summer.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
I think it was around that time. And it was... I saw a preview to it and I was like, this could be interesting. I tried it out and I was like, no. I can't deal with these people.
No deal. I kind of regret that decision.
Yeah, exactly. And the main female that's like in love with the little girl is like a yandere, so she's trying to kill everybody who's like getting in her way. It's like, what the... No, thank you. You're too edgy for me.
Too edgy 5 me?
Yeah.
I'm checking a message as someone... Oh, see, because we were talking about Grand Blue Fantasy. So that's Catalina. Catalina, voiced by Miyuki Sawashiro. She's also the... I believe for sure they showed her in the trailer of the Grand Blue Fantasy game for PS4.
Right.
So she's playable. And Catalina is pretty cool. And she loves cats. She's obsessed with cats. So Catalina is like some really big, badass warrior, you know, like, oh, I'm better than Saber type. But then you put her in front of a cat and she just melts. So
not better than Saber.
No, absolutely better than Saber. No. Girl obsessed with cats greater than girl obsessed with food.
No, I'll go with the food. I'm not a big fan.
Gross. So, speaking of gross.
Especially burgers.
Borgor.
Yeah, they're my favorite. What can I say?
Oh, not a bowl of rice.
So anything I see with them making the burger jokes, I'm like, yes.
Borgor.
Yes.
Oh my god. Oh, you're the worst.
I knew I liked you, Saber. What was it, Saber Alter that was living in a fast food place?
Shinjuku, yeah. In the Shinjuku chapter, Salter made her headquarters at the basement of a burger joint.
Yeah. That's great.
Oh, God.
I love that.
Oh, man.
That'd be my base of operations.
Jeez.
Do you have your morning burger? I remember seeing that.
Yeah, I screenshotted that. Yeah. So I couldn't believe that she did that. Okay.
I remember commenting on that. I was like, I can go for a Carl's Jr. breakfast burger.
Oh, my God. Anyways, go watch WataTen. WataTen, it's over now. Go. Yeah. Watch it. It's good stuff. Wholesome. Not as disgusting as Uzumade. Uzumade wasn't that disgusting.
Nah,
watch Uzumade.
Uzumade wasn't that bad.
No.
I mean, it was a little, like, cringy parts, but that's to be expected with a series like that.
Yeah. So, good stuff. Alright, let's forge on ahead now. So, now, let's get to the good stuff. Because I haven't finished Quintuplets, so let's talk about Kaguya.
Kaguya-Sama.
So, Kaguya-Sama is now done.
Yes.
RIP.
Yes,
they gave you that kind of generic ending. It was like, let's show off everybody. So they ended it with that fireworks scene and all of that, and they were like rushing to get everyone to the fireworks. And I mean, that was fun. That was really cute and all that. But then, like I said, they just went to the generic, show everyone in the ending, and there's no closure. So we can always keep it open for the second season. And the fact that there's probably no official ending in the manga either. But
yeah, I think it's still going.
I have no doubt. Can we all give a round of applause, though, for the maid?
Yes.
The fucking best friend maid came out of nowhere.
Can also say that she probably took over Chica for my waifu.
I think it happened for a lot of people.
In that series. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a little bit beyond neutral about her, but at the same time, it's also kind of like, I would have liked to see more of her. It was like, we saw her about episode 9 or 10, and then she's there.
Yeah.
So it was like, oh man, she seemed like a really fun character.
If they do a second season, they might show her more if they started bringing her more into the anime towards the end.
Which would probably make me think more highly of her.
Yeah.
As she stands now, it's someone that I'm curious about, but, she's not better than Chica just because, by default, that Chica just did more.
Chica did more, but then, Chica did get me a little upset once.
Because she kept cock-blocking?
No, I don't mind that. That's kind of expected for a friend character.
Oh, man.
It was the episode where they were trying to come up with plans for the summer.
Oh.
And she was like, you guys can't do that without me? And Ishigami was like, why not? You're going to go to the tomato festival. We can't go to the fireworks? And then she just got mad at him, like, what? But I did like that the both of them were like, no, you were in the right this time. because they wanted to spend time together.
Yeah, and then the Dere. Actually, so I went to NCR this past Saturday, and we're going to talk more about it. But I ended up buying this print. I'm pulling it up to show Rowan right now. They were their own actual vendors, so I bought that print.
Is that Kaguya?
Yeah. Cat ears. Made cat ears.
With cat paws.
Yeah. The ribbon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it was like, oh, okay. So it's like, it's a fighting video game tournament, and this person is selling Kaguya, but I'm guessing that they brought it because it was new, and it's the, current season, so.
Yeah.
Props to them. So I bought that, because, Kaguya. But, yeah. The maid, man. I hope the maid comes back. I hope we learn more about it. And my boy Shirogane, man, it's hard being poor, ain't it? When you see all of Kaguya's resources, and then you see him, and he's crying over a $100, $100. This is after conversion from yen.
Taxi ride.
Taxi ride, yeah.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Just at the window, like, oh my god.
Rip to my dude right there. F's in chat for my dude.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's kind of funny how I can never remember that guy's name.
Me too.
I just call him the president.
Me too. Me too. That's why I have pulled up now. Shirogane. Why can't I ever remember that?
But I do like their relationship. So
yeah.
Even though they don't really have like that kind of relationship
yet, because you're gonna have to keep your Crunchyroll subscription turned on until season 2 to find out.
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
God damn it!
But it was a really good series. I liked it.
It was.
I really enjoyed it.
And I think it earned its reputation as one of the best shows of the season.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't start out like that.
No,
it definitely took about 3 or 4 episodes to kind of pick up. But once it did, it was just kind of like smooth sailing.
Yeah.
So pretty much up until the Chica dance. It took the Chica dance for everybody to take notice, and then it kind of just ran with it. So yeah, it earned its hype. It's fun. And now that it's done, if you haven't seen it, definitely check it out.
Yeah.
And
now you can just binge it.
Yeah. And it's some of the most mind gamesy things that you can probably see this side of Death Note.
Yeah, that's what everybody kept comparing it to. Everybody was like, it's Death Note, but as a romantic comedy.
Yeah. Oh, man.
And I'm like, okay. Cool, who's L?
No, obviously Kaguya.
Yeah, probably.
So, I've never seen Death Note, so I can't comment on that.
You haven't? No. Okay. No. He actually kind of looks... If his hair was a little more crazy, probably be Ishigami.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, poor Ishigami.
Yeah.
Just caught in the middle.
Yeah. Poor guy, man.
When is he going to get his own spin-off manga? Ishigami's spin-off. Oh, man.
That guy's great.
He
was still #1 as the top male character, too.
Really?
I don't know about after this week.
Yeah.
I don't think they've released it yet.
Yeah.
But I know last week he was still #1.
In terms of the charts, I wouldn't be surprised if now Fumi starts climbing, especially after the last week's episode with the battle. I wouldn't be surprised if he starts coming back up. People are like, shit, he's better.
I think even last week he was starting to climb again, wasn't he?
He dropped to 7th or somewhere in the bottom middle.
I thought I saw something where the series, something in the series climbed up a bit.
All right, well, definitely something to look out for then.
Yeah.
Gotta research this.
Have to keep my eye
Now,
out.
Fumi, are you still alive? Please come back.
Okay, I'll cross off Kaguya then, because I was on here too.
Cool.
Okay.
So, alright, but in closing, moving away from Kaguya-Sama, because I think it's something we talked about practically every week, go watch it. Go check it out. It's fun. It's dumb. And you can understand why Chika and Kaguya are some of the best girls of the season.
Yeah, both of them.
Well,
That's pretty rare when you got both of the main girls as waifu material.
Yeah, and that's only considering, I think the maid's name was Aya. Only because Aya didn't get enough screen time. So, season 2, keep your eye out on Aya from Kaguya.
Oh, I did like an episode, was it 11?
Mm-hmm.
Where she was getting on Twitter?
Yes.
Where she was like, the internet is broken.
Yeah.
I got banned from Twitter.
She just wanted to take a bath, man.
All she wanted was a bath. And Kaguya kept interrupting. Okay, sorry.
Potato Kaguya. Oh, man. Alright.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? So I guess the only other one is Quintuplets. Now that everything has been kind of clearing up for me, I finally was able to go to Quintuplets. So I'm up to episode 4 on Quintuplets now. I hopefully will have it completely done by tomorrow. That's my plan. But obviously Ichika is still best girl. On episode 4, we're discovering that something's up with Ichika. I'm gonna probably wager that she's probably doing some like idol work, because it's never as like dirty or disgusting as people make it sound to be. But Ichika is basically running out behind her sister's back, and no one knows what she's doing. So I'm guessing she's probably a model or an idol of some type. But manga readers are probably going to call me a moron, and you're right. You're probably right. But yeah, that's my conspiracy theory. Ichika is still best girl. But where I'm at right now, we're discovering a little bit more like what the sisters are all about, why Nino has this hatred of the character. Miku is obviously the one that's opening up the most, and she's the most, kudere. So
That's probably why everybody likes her.
Yeah, pretty much. She was the most kudere, but now she's the most like open. She's also the first one too, so because she was the first one that really got focused on, it's the one that gets the most exposure over the whole life of the series. But that still doesn't change the fact that Ichika is still the one that's the most like playful and taunting, teasing. It's kind of my type in general. So, some of that's kind of like that. That's a cheerful taunt is kind of like has my interest. So,
Yeah.
And Ichika is not really afraid of anybody or anything either. So, and then of course Ichika's thighs, which you guys spoiled for me. Thanks, internet.
Oh.
But that just confirmed why Ichika is best girl. So
She might be mine then. I'm a thigh guy.
yeah, all right.
Yeah.
We might be on the same page for once. Doesn't happen too often.
No, it doesn't.
So
Usually we're at odds,
Yeah.
calling each other's waifu's trash. And
well, that's never going to change. Even if we liked the same wife, I would still call it trash.
your waifu's trash.
Oh man, but yeah, it's definitely fun, and like I said previously, I think that it's been a long time since I've just seen a harem show that's just old school traditional, one dude, 5+ love interests, and then story happens. We just haven't gotten that in a while. Normally it's like in a fantasy setting, and they're all fighting, and it's all like Ram and Amelia, they're helping each other, and Ram is here too, but Ram helps, and they're never. It's like it's not Asuna is here, but so is Lisbeth, and so is Shinon. It's like there's always like something else. It's not just straight up traditional one dude, multiple women shenanigans. I haven't really had anything just cut the crap, straight up romantic comedy. We haven't had that in a while, and if we have, I just haven't seen it. Probably because no one's talking about it, or yeah. So that's kind of where I'm coming from. So this is really just old school harem blah. And I'm saying this being a Tenchi Muyo fan because I know that, but Tenchi Muyo, let's be honest, didn't get actiony, at least in the TV series, until the last quarter of the show. So yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm going to keep watching Quintuplets. Hopefully by the time we do our next podcast, I'll be done with it, because Quintuplets also wrapped up. When I was at Kinokuniya today to buy Shield Hero, I did notice they were advertising it.
Okay.
And I do think that the mangas are out on Amazon or available for purchase. Because usually Kinokuniya doesn't really advertise unless it is. But then again, they also carry Japanese manga too, so they could just be advertising that they carry it. They carry the manga, period. So
Yeah, they could. I'm looking this up to see if they
go for it. Yeah, totally. So in a nutshell, I'm definitely gonna go and wrap up Quintuplets. Miku is also a good girl too, because she likes Sengoku era stuff. So it's endearing. Miku is cute. I think Ichika is more my personality type. So
Yeah, it's out.
it is out.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I think maybe up to volume 3, and then they're pre-ordering 4.
Okay, good stuff.
At least on Right Stuff Anime. That's where I get all my manga.
Got it.
Because they usually have sales
Got it.
all the time.
Got it. I saw that Right Stuff Anime had the Raiko statue on sale, and so I was like, I'm trying to build a Minamoto no Raiko shrine now that my Nero shrine is pretty well established. So actually, when we get to the Fate section, I'll go more. I'll show Roman the stuff that my friends brought.
Okay.
From my Nero stuff, but yeah, Quintuplets, go check it out, and I'm going to report back to the podcast on the rest of the show. Basically, the last 2/3 of the show, because I'm on episode 5 now, so I'm just going to zerg it, and I'll get back to you guys.
Cool.
So, moving on. So this is the last thing I have for the anime section for this time.
Okay.
Until next time, like I said, next time will be more wrap ups. I'm also planning on watching Kimono Friends and other stuff, Kakagurui Season 2. So all that I'll report on the next podcast. But out of nowhere, to celebrate April Fool's Day, Pop Team Epic puts out an episode today.
Which I still need to watch.
Have you seen anything Pop Team Epic at all?
I watched the whole series.
You watched the whole series? Okay.
I watched the whole series.
So you just haven't seen this April Fool's
I just haven't seen this yet. So I know what to expect.
So they did a video game parody.
Oh, did they?
That I almost want to go and kind of maybe we'll do this on the Facebook page, and we'll just put it out there and say, how many video games can people identify? And then I'm going to go and like find the official list, and I've recognized most of them, and then just kind of see how many people can get the most video games correct. Guess
right.
The most video games correct. Because there was like just a montage of different video games. It was pretty cool. And so you're just kind of like, oh yeah, I recognize that one. Virtual Fighter. There you go. I just gave you one. Okay. And so, it's all kind of like different video games. It was pretty cool. But I don't really care. I'm sorry, Roman, but I'm spoiling you this. They reenacted the scene from Rambo.
Oh.
Rambo 1 First Blood, where the Colonel goes and gets Rambo out of the store. I lost my shit. I was choking. I love Rambo. Love Die Hard. Once again, like I said to my Dante rant, remember, this is where I'm coming from. Those old 80s action movies and all that. Even though, to be fair, Rambo, at least First Blood Part 1, was more drama than action scene because of his PTSD and all that.
Yeah.
But that was the foundation to Rambo 2 and 3 and all that. So, yeah, to see them do was kind of like, what the okay. It was great. They obviously changed a little bit of it, but I'm waiting for someone to put that clip up on YouTube for me to share it. But god damn. Oh man. Damn. It was almost like, I think that whole sketch probably had at least a moment from every sketch that made me laugh.
Yeah.
The opening where I'm not gonna say it because I want Roman to watch that. I spoiled the Rambo segment for Roman. I'm not gonna spoil the rest of it. Just know that the opening segment was also really, really good.
Okay.
And I hope you like Mecha. But yeah. God damn, that's an April Fool's joke right there. You're like, oh, it's so Pop Team Epic, that was so cool. Oh, it'll never come back. It's like, nope, have some more, motherfuckers. Here you go. So, Madoka bless them. Bless them for doing this. Bless them for doing that. And I don't know. Maybe we'll touch upon this maybe next podcast.
Yeah, maybe I'll have watched it by then.
Yeah, maybe for a little bit.
I'll have watched it by then.
We can rant, and if I find any of the clips, if I find the Rambo clip, I'll throw it into the on the Facebook page. So yeah, I'll keep an eye out on that. So
all right,
that's about all I can say. So that wraps it up for me in the anime side.
Okay, and I got 4 shows I want to talk about. Okay, so obviously my one obligatory series, Bang Dream Season 2, that ended. It ended up being 13 episodes, not 12 like I thought. The final episode was basically just the live show. All of the bands, all 5 of them, were performing at the live show for Poppin' Party, and they all did a new song that I guess had not been released yet. Poppin' Party did 2 though, although one of them was done the previous episode.
Okay.
But they did their live show. There was kind of I would have liked it if this is probably just me, and maybe all the other Bang Dream fans out there, but I would have liked if they made it an extended episode where they did all of the songs for their set list. Because each band had a set list, and it looked like it was like 5 or 6 songs each, but they only ever do one.
Nice.
And then they cut to another band.
Right.
And for this one, it was the new song that they were doing, and then they cut to the next band. And I'm like, come on, I want to hear the other ones too. I like all your songs.
The tease.
Yeah. But they had a good show. Obviously, it was going to be a good show.
For the end of this year,
yeah. And then the leader to Raz, who was at the show, she walks up to them after they're leaving, and she's like, I'm going to grind all of you into dust. It's like, just because I had a little bit of emotion while I was listening to your show doesn't mean nothing.
Wow.
So, yeah, it ended with that, and that's just a bad cliffhanger right there. Not only that, but they pushed back season 3 to next year in January. But that's because they're doing a movie in September.
Nice.
So I'm assuming they need all their resources to do that.
Nice.
But I don't know. I really liked that they had all the bands this time. Because season 1 only had Poppin' Party. But I like Poppin' Party anyway, and that was more of a how do they get together kind of thing. This one, it's been a year after, so they had all the bands together. Did not like all the new songs, though. I think I've mentioned it before in my reactions, but I'm not a huge fan of Hello Happy World and Pastel Palettes.
Nice.
I mean, I like all the characters in those bands, but I don't like the voices to their lead singers. Kokoro is too high-pitched for me. Like, very high-pitched.
Wow.
Aya from Pastel Palettes, she's not as high-pitched, but she's still kind of high-pitched, and there's only like a couple of songs from them that I really like.
Nice.
Same with like Hello Happy World, but for the most part, I'm not a big fan of their music. But I do really like all the characters from each of those bands. Afterglows was really good. That's the band that has H.H.
Nice.
And for me, my favorite one was definitely Rosalia's. I know that's kind of biased since they're my favorite band in the show. But if Afterglows was better, I would have admitted that theirs was better. So,
nice.
But it wasn't. Rosalia's was better.
Nice.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't know how many people actually watch Bang Dream that listen to this. I did find out recently though that the first season was like possibly the least watched season of anime that year.
Wow.
Like nobody watched it.
Ouch.
They had like collaborations with Lawson's in Japan, and nobody was buying the merch that they were selling. They were making signs, basically trying to beg people to buy the stuff.
I think I heard something about that.
Yeah. And now it's like this big, almost like Love Live, almost. I would still say that Love Live is bigger.
Yeah.
Because it's been around a lot longer and the characters are more established. But it's getting there.
Good.
It's getting a bigger fan base, and people are actually starting to take notice of it.
Good.
So,
No, don't let that poor girl go back to being the mascot for Hentai Haven.
Yes, she does not need to make that kind of money.
No.
Especially since they teamed up with, what was the name of that manga site that's now selling their stuff? Faku?
Oh, yeah. Faku. Faku.net, yeah.
Them. They're working with them now, so.
Interesting.
Yeah, I remember seeing the post for that.
What was her name? Ron, right?
Ron, yeah, Ron, whatever you want to call her. Oh God, I know she's done a few voices. The voice actress for her, she's done a bunch of characters. I did find out that one of the characters for her band, Sugumi, actually voiced Ikamusume from Squid Girl. So I was like, whoa. Because I was looking up some of the characters, and I was like, who else have these people done? I think pretty much everybody in Poppin' Party, they've just done Bang Dream. I don't think anybody in there has done anything else. Are you looking her up?
Yeah, I'm looking up Mitake-ran. Hence I hate it. Oh, look, they have comics?
Oh, yeah, the little 4-coma comics. And I think that is actually like a screen in between like the loading for the game. But it's like a one-panel comic they show.
She looks nice.
That's Tomoe.
Tomoe?
Yeah, she's in Rand's band. She's the drummer.
Nice. Tomoe looks nice. Oh, shit, yeah! Oh, damn, Ayane Sakura?
Yeah.
Bro, that's fucking Shimakaze.
Yeah.
She was Ayane Sakura, and she just had her birthday actually not too long ago. So yeah, no, she's a very prominent voice actress. Shimakaze in FGO, Musashi, Mabe, Ochako in Boku Hero. Yeah, Ayane Sakura. Yeah. Very big. Done a lot of shit. Wow.
Yeah.
And she does the singing too?
Yeah, she does the singing. Even during the live shows. Like she'll go out and do them. But I think she's the only one in the group that actually goes to the live shows. I don't think anybody else that does the voices knows how to play their instruments.
Got it.
So it's just her. Same with Hello Happy World and Pasto Pal. It's just the lead.
Interesting.
Goes out and does the show.
Yeah, I was curious because I was like, I don't know if this has like named voice actors, and I was like, I mean, not to put it past them, but it's always a budget thing,
Mm-hmm.
Who can afford it, who can't, but once you started telling me that it's making money now, then I was like, yeah, it's inevitable. But yeah, Sakura Ayane is a pretty big name, so that's good.
Yeah.
I wonder who else is in there now, but I'll look that up later.
Yeah, you can look that up later. I was actually making like images showing off some of the other characters they did, like having the Bang Dream girl in the center and then everything else around them. But I haven't finished. I've only done 3 of them.
Yes.
So I might post that on like the Facebook or something when I'm done.
Nice.
But they do have quite a few named like VAs.
Nice.
In the other bands anyway. Poppin' Party, like I said, it's all just Bang Dream that they've done.
Nice.
They haven't done anything else. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the movie whenever that comes out. I think it's just like a live concert type thing.
Nice.
And season 3 when that releases next year, I'm going to be looking forward to that too.
Yes.
And obviously, I'll still be playing the game. But yeah, I'm sure if you go through the list of VAs and that, you'll find a bunch that you recognize.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Now they see that Sakura Ayane is in there.
Yeah. Who does Kokoro do? She was one of the Quintuplets. I think.
The name is Kokoro?
Yeah, Kokoro. I know she does other things too.
Miku Ito. Why does that name sound familiar? We have results.
Let me see. Yeah, she's Miku in the Quintuplets.
Actually, Miku. Miku is Miku. All right. Okay, so she comes from Idolmaster.
Yeah.
Ueno-san. Ueno-san, what we all said we were going to go watch.
Yeah, that's one of the other shows I was supposed to watch. And
we'll get back to that.
Yeah.
Next podcast.
I could just binge that. That's over, and it's only 11 minutes an episode. But...
apparently she does kendo, according to my anime list.
Kendo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She does kendo.
Oh, yeah. She also just graduated from college.
Wow.
She got her degree.
Nice.
Recently.
And she likes Kamen Rider. But, I mean, who doesn't? In Japan, if you don't like Kamen Rider, you're a weirdo. Yeah, Miku Nakano has brought me here. Miku is too precious. Miku that voiced Miku, therefore Miku greater than Miku. That's pretty funny. Alright. Okay.
So, yeah. But that's pretty much all I got for Bang Dream. It was a good ending. I mean, for me, because there was a lot of music.
I'm not gonna lie, you've got me curious about Bang Dream. I don't know if I'd ever have time to sit down and watch it, but it looks fun. It looks cute, and the character designs look nice too. So
yeah, like I said, the first season's all about Poppin' Party, like how they get together and
establish them. Yeah.
The second season and beyond is going to be like a year after that one, and it's going to have all the bands stuff like that. And they all have their best characters and all that. Like, my favorite for Afterglow is Mocha, because she eats all the time. She's kind of... Oh, God, she's a little weird.
Got it.
Anyway, let me see, on to the next series.
Actually, real quick, I'm going to jump in real quick, because this is what I discovered on Facebook, since this is an update to the Pop Team Epic we just talked about. So, this is what someone just tagged me here on Facebook. So, continuing the theme of how... This is from the Seiyu Way Facebook page. Continuing the theme of having different voice actors, Pop Team Epic's special episode have different voice actors for Popko and Peep Me, depending on where you watch it. So I can see Hori Yui, Yukari Tamura, Kana Hanazawa, and Haruka Tamatsu. So basically Red Blood Cell and Asuna. So Mama Raiko from FGO, Haru from Persona, Atsuko Tanaka, literally Motoko Kusanagi, and then this Sakiko Tamagawa is Tachikoma. So they're basically, all of these voice actors had some like show that they did together. Or in the case of Yukari Tamura and Yui Hori, they're always together. So it's kind of like, wow. Toyama Now, basically the Kongo sisters from Kantai Collection, as well as Ibaraki and Shizuka Gozen from FGO, Hanamoto Yumiri, so Nadeshiko, and Nadeshiko from Yuru Camp. So, so Nadeshiko and Shimarin, basically. So Hanamoto Yumiri was Nadeshiko, which is also my name in FGO, and Toyama Now did Shimarin. So it's like, wow. And even like, and you know how they also have dudes. So, fucking Takahiro Sakurai and Jun Fukuyama, Suzaku and Lelouch from Code Geass.
Wow.
So, holy shit. Kappei Yamaguchi and Kenichi Ogata, Ranma and Genma, father and son.
Huh.
Soichiro Hoshi and Akira Ishida, Kira and Atheron from Gundam Seed. So, but the one that really jumped out at me, and I can't believe they fucking did it, the Mad Lads, is fucking Hikaru Midorikawa and Takahito Koyasu, Hiro Yui and Zex Merkis. Alright, hold up. It was more than that. Alright, Hikaru Midorikawa and Takahito Koyasu were part of the great 90s voice actor war, because they were never on the same side. They were in animes all up and down the 90s, all the way into like the early 2000s, but they were never on the same side. Hikaru Midorikawa was either the good guy or the bad guy, and Koyasu Takahito was either the good guy or the bad guy. So like, in the case of Gundam Wing, Hiro Yui was the good guy, Zex was the bad guy. In Slayers, Hikaru Midorikawa was Zelgadis. He was the guy with the white hair and the rocky face.
Yeah.
And Koyasu Takahito was, I forgot, the priest guy. The evil priest guy. With the purple hair.
I know who you're talking about.
That was them. They were never, ever on the same side. In Saber Marionette J, Hikaru Midorikawa was Faust, the big overlord guy. And Koyasu Takahito was Hanagata, the flamboyant character. That is such a Koyasu Takahito thing. So it's just fantastic. They did so many shows together, but they were never on the same side. They were always, one was good, one was bad, and they would always jump back and forth. But it was just kind of like that thing. And you know, there was them, and then you can throw in Megumi Hayashibara, you can throw in Mitsuishi Kotono, you can throw in Kikuku Inui. It was always like just them. It was always them, and you would just mix and mash, and it was, everything they did was just like utterly fantastic. But yes, so that's why it's all like when people are like, "Oh, Koyasu Takahito, Dio," and I'm like, "Shut up, kid. Were you watching anime in the '90s?" So, and then Hikaru Midorikawa, he just did Horse Mood in Fate Grand Order, because he did D'Art Mood from Fate Zero, and then he did Saber D'Art Mood, but from my understanding, Saber D'Art Mood doesn't have any new lines,
right?
So he didn't need to re-record anything, but he did Horse Mood, and then of course Gridman. If you watched SSS Gridman from last season, he was Gridman himself.
Okay.
So, Hikaru Midorikawa is still around, and obviously so is Koyasu Takahito, because he was Shirogare's dad in Kaguya-Sama.
Oh.
Remember when Kaguya called?
Yeah.
And the dad picked up, that was him.
Okay.
That's Koyasu Takehito.
All right.
So when your dad is Dio.
Now I got some characters I can put with the name.
Yeah. So that's pretty fantastic, you know. Yeah, and so I'm just kind of like, all these kids, Seiki Toshihiko, who was at Fanime last year, he's also Trey's from Gundam Wing, since, you know, we're talking about Gundam Wing.
Yeah.
So, you know, and I'm Seiki Tomokazu, I'm just seeing all these names. Man, Mariko Koda and Kikuku Inui, old school voice actors, man. Damn, Mariko Koda, really fucking old, man. Because Kikuku Inui has been doing anime since the 80s. And I'm actually super excited that she's coming back in Cells at Work, because she did Macrophage.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, she's also Scheherazade in Fate Grand Order. And so that's why everyone just sees me like, oh, Brown Merlin. That's her nickname.
Okay.
Scheherazade is basically just Brown Merlin. And it's all like, it's more than just being Brown Merlin. It's also Kikuku Inui. So it's all like, you tell me Kikuku Inui is a character in Fate, I'm gonna wail. Fuck off. I'm gonna fucking roll her. Even though I think it was like Kita-shan. She comes out during the, oh my god. The chapter in Epic of Remnant, and it's drawing blanks, but now I'm pulling it up. It's because it's eating me alive.
Oh, this character.
Yeah.
Okay, I know this character.
Kikuko Inui. So it's all like, I don't remember, because, so in a nutshell, I don't do random. Everything I ever do in my life always has a reason. I'm never just going to like spontaneously say, you know what? It's Wednesday. I'm going to roll for Scheherazade. It's like, no, there's always a reason. And so it's like, yeah, Agartha. Thank you. Jeez, why can't I remember that? So Kita-shan, I believe, was saying, oh, there's no reason to roll the Agartha band. There's nothing in it. And it's like, shut up. I am gonna wail like hell for Scheherazade. I don't even need a caster, let alone an offensive caster. But yes, Kikuku Inui and Fate Grand Order, you fucking have my money. Yes. It's just like, I don't know. It's probably that meme where it's the boardroom meme, and it's like, gentlemen, today we need a way to take Steven's money, and then it's all like Kikuku Inui, and everyone's just kind of like just watching, and then they go, in Fate Grand Order. And that's me. And then that's me pulling out my credit card, just like, boom.
Take my money.
Take my money. So, that rant is thanks in part to Pop Team Epic. See, now that's pressure on you, man. You can't do the next podcast without having seen the special of Pop Team Epic.
Okay, I'll wait till after then.
Yeah, and so, basically, too, what this is all talking about, as I'm pulling this up on Crunchyroll now, when you see it, because when you see it listed on Crunchyroll, see how it's there's like 4 versions.
So they show all of them on here.
Yeah, they pull them all.
Okay.
So I don't know how much you care about any of these people, though. I just watched this one, which I believe this is the Horde Yui version.
Well, like I said, I don't know voice actors.
Oh,
so for me, it's just like, different voices.
So that's so funny. I can't believe they did that. Jun Fukuyama, and it was funny was that I was saying that Jun Fukuyama hadn't done like anything in the longest of times. He just like went on hiatus, and then he came back, and I think he was doing like some of the Code Geass things, like they had like that random movie with Maya Sakamoto and Nicolino Vieira or something, but he just was kind of like DOA or MIA, and then he comes out of nowhere and does Joker in Persona 5, and I'm just like, oh, okay, well, alright, Jun Fukuyama's back, and now he's in Fate Grand Order, and now he did this for Pop Team Epic, so I'm like, I guess he's back. So, I think that's pretty rad, you know, for being a tool for voice actors like me. You know, I discovered that Spider-Man Enter the Spider-Verse has a JP dub version of it, and that's what motivated me to finally go watch Spider-Man Enter the Spider-Verse. So, I know if anybody heard that, they're going to be like, woo, you should have seen it before. And it's like, yeah, well, I didn't care before. I didn't care until you told me Aoi Yuki and Rie Takahashi are in Spider-Man Enter the Spider-Verse. Then I care. I'm that guy. So, you're never going to win a dub versus sub war with me, man. It's never going to happen. You're never going to convince me.
No.
But, alright.
No.
I digress. I'm ending this now. You need to go watch at least this Pop Team Epic. Even though I just went on this rant, it's gonna how you're just gonna watch it and be like, that was cool.
Yeah. I'm gonna be like, that's fine. I liked it.
You're just gonna move on. Next. Even after this whole 20-minute rant of mine.
I like the skit where they did this.
Yeah. That was funny. Rambo.
Alright, let's move on. No, that's gonna be
let's move on.
Alright, so I still have 3 more to go.
Alright, go for it.
Okay. Hinomaru
Sumo.
That one ended last week. 24 episodes.
Oof.
Man. But apparently that was over 100 chapters.
Oh, wow.
Because I looked it up.
Oh, wow.
So they probably skipped a lot. Probably training. Which is fine with me. We finished off the tournament. Hinomaru versus Kuze.
Okay.
That was pretty much like, I would say, 2/3 of the episode.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly going through Kuze's mind about what it means for him to win this tournament and stuff like that. Hinomaru doing the same thing. And them just going back and forth trying to get the other to the ground. Because, in sumo, you got to drop your opponent to the ground.
Right.
Or, well, at least get anything but the bottom of their feet to touch the ground.
Mm.
So if they just touch with their hand, they're down. They're done. It's over. And obviously, Hinomaru wins.
Of course.
Giving him the opportunity to go into the pro tournament, which was his goal because he's too short. He can't get in normally. They don't actually show the pro tournament, but they do give you a breakdown of what happens.
Yes.
He goes in and he gets 3rd place, losing to Tennoji, who he beat the round prior to Kuze. And Tennoji ended up winning the pro tournament. And they've now got pro titles. So Hinomaru is officially into the pro league. But now he's got to work his way up.
Nice.
He's not just going to be like big time. Now he's got to work hard and get into to get to his Yokozuna title that he wants. But I don't know if they'll do a second season, because again, I don't know how many people actually watched this. It's kind of hard to tell when you're just watching my videos and you see 24 people that watched it in a week.
Yeah.
But then you look at other people and they're not even watching it. Like, I was trying to find other reactors who were doing it, and I think there was only maybe 2. And I'm like, is nobody even paying attention to this? This show is amazing. Because, okay, this is like one of the few anime in the last few years that have actually gotten me excited about a match in anything.
You weren't excited about Deku versus Bakugo?
Not really. I mean, it was going to happen eventually. It was not like we didn't see it. And sure, in this, that Hinomaru was going to end up fighting Kuze. But it was just, how was he going to win? The only thing that surprised me about the Bakugo Deku thing was that Bakugo won.
The second time, sure, yeah.
Yeah, the second time. That was the only thing that kind of was like, oh, okay. But that was about the extent of my surprise. For this, though, I was like, yes! He got him! And stuff like that, I was actually excited when he won. Which usually doesn't happen when I watch anime. I don't really get excited too often. I always give a disclaimer when I start a series that's supposed to have like a lot of exciting moments, and you're supposed to, I guess, give a big reaction to it.
Yeah.
I always like to give a disclaimer. Don't expect me to jump up and down. Don't expect me to yell. Don't expect me to do any of that. I don't do that. Because I don't. I don't even do that when I'm watching just anything, like at home, that I'm not recording.
Yes.
What you get is what you see is what you get with me. That's how I am normally. I'm not going to just fake a reaction for you. So yeah, I really like this series. I don't know. I hope they do a second season, because I know there's more. It's not over yet. It's still going, and I want to see how he does in the pro league. So either give me a new season or maybe a movie. Yeah, I'll deal with a movie. I could take a movie. I don't mind. But I haven't heard anything about Hinomaru Sumo getting renewed for a second season or anything. So I don't know how well it did. I hope it did well. Or maybe it'll be one of those anime where later on people will finally catch on.
Nice.
I hope. Because it deserves the recognition, in my opinion. I know it's just a typical shonen-style sports anime. It's got all the tropes and stuff. Like Steven was calling him out last week. But even still, they do it really well.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with just following the checklist and all that. You know, as long as it's still done well.
Yeah.
And it's not boring or loopholes or anything. Or, you know, it's fine. Being formulaic is not bad.
No.
But, you know, it's... You just kind of get used to it. But, no, there's nothing wrong with being bad.
Yeah.
Or being bad, wow. Being formulaic. There is everything wrong with being bad. Don't be bad. Being formulaic, okay. Being bad, not okay.
Nothing wrong with being bad. But yeah, it did it well. I thought it did it well. So, I want a second season, like badly.
Guys, go watch it. Help Roman get a second season.
Yeah, I
would like a second season. Sumo.
Hinomaru Sumo, guys.
Go
check it out.
Watch his videos, too.
Yeah, watch my videos, too.
Yes.
I would appreciate that.
Like, comment, react.
Subscribe, if possible.
We're still doing that.
Yeah.
6K subscribers. Let's go, guys.
Yeah, we're still doing that. Still in... What are we, 48 now?
Really?
I think. Might be... Nope, I'm way off. We're still 43.
43, okay.
Closer to 44.
Not bad.
But, yeah. If we want to do that giveaway, you know, we've got to get to 6.
Yeah, let's get to 6. We'll do it.
So yeah, I've really enjoyed that. I hope, and like I know I keep saying it, but I hope there's a second season. Because the only thing I'm wondering is because he had to leave high school in order to go into the pro league. Some of his teammates were graduating anyway, and the others are still in high school. So I'm wondering if they do a second season, are they just going to introduce all new characters? Because I was already pretty invested in those characters. I kind of figure some of them are going to be like Tenoji and Kuze, the guys that he fought in the high school tournament. But then I kind of figure they're going to introduce other guys that he's going to make friends with or something like that.
Yeah.
But just don't make them like carbon copies of the other guys, please. That I would not appreciate that.
Give him some personality.
Yeah. But that's all I got for Hinomaru. Go check it out. I still highly recommend it if you're into sports anime.
Go watch it, guys.
Next, this I did not find out that they had the new episodes for these until at least a week ago, I think. And that's High Score Girl. For those who watched my reactions for that, you know that it was one of my favorite anime from that season. And these 3 episodes basically just, again, reminded me why it was one of my favorite anime for that season. Basically, we get a little recap at the beginning to kind of give you an idea of where we left off at the end of the last season. Where the main character, Haruo, he's the big video game guy. He goes around to all the arcades. He loves playing like Street Fighter, Tekken, Virtua Fighter, Darkstalkers, Mortal Kombat. He plays it all. And he had made, well, I guess you can consider her a friend. She kind of has feelings for him. And she was mainly just kind of watching him play, but then they kind of went to different schools. And she started getting really into playing the fighting games.
Okay.
And he kind of didn't focus too much on it for a while. And she started beating him in all the games. And, well, recently, he's got his, love interest in this series called Ono.
Okay.
She's your, I guess you can, yeah, we do, but hopefully not as crazy. Yeah. She's the rich girl, but she's like also super into fighting games, or just video games in general. She just loves video games.
My type.
She does not talk at all in this series. Like, she doesn't say anything, but she does make little noises. But somehow he's able to understand her. So, whatever. And the new girl knows that he likes her. But she doesn't want to lose to her and, like, give him up.
Mm-hmm.
So she challenges him to a rematch in like some fighting games with a condition. Basically, if he wins, she'll leave him alone. But if he loses, he has to go out with her.
Interesting.
And he's like, really, this is all news to him that she was even interested, because he's like very he's very dense.
Got it.
When it comes to that. Your typical romance comedy style protagonist. Very dense. And they eventually have their rematch. She's apparently been training in like this underground night arcade thing, where it's like this this arcade that, like how they have arcades underground in like basements in Japan. It's one of those, but at night, and you get to play for free. They don't charge you. And this one girl took her under her wing and was training her in all the fighting games. And that's how she got so good she could beat him. And now she's like, okay, well, we're going to have our match. And, this is what I want to happen. And now he's like, okay, well, I got to train because I am nowhere near ready. And they have their match, and obviously he wins, And they did the typical thing where they bring it down to the very last match. They played 3 fighting games. They played King of Fighters 95.
Classic.
Darkstalkers.
Also classic.
And, I think it was Samurai Showdown.
Ooh, man.
Yeah, Samurai Showdown, I believe. So they played those 3 games. She beat him in Samurai Showdown. It wasn't even difficult for her. He won in King of Fighters, and then it came down to Darkstalkers, which he won. I forget the name of the character she used. She uses that, like, robot dude.
Oh, Huitzel.
Yeah, that guy. She uses him. And I forget who he used. Like some samurai-looking dude.
Oh, Bishamon.
Yes. Okay. See? It's a good thing I got a fighting game dude.
I tried. Yeah.
Yeah, that's who she used.
So Huitzel is his English name. He's Phobos in Japan, in Japanese.
Okay.
Yeah. And then Bishamon. Bishamon.
Yeah. That's him.
Yeah, because in the Daigo manga, they were talking about how, like, Bishamon is kind of OP, but that was, like, in, like, early Darkstalkers day. Because he could, like, his move is, he's also a charge character, so he could play, like, kind of a turtle defensive strat, hard to approach and all of that, so. I haven't really seen him when they do, like, run-back tournaments on Twitch on Vampire's Savior. Mm-hmm. I don't see a lot of people still using him, but, this is American strats. So Japanese strats could be, completely different.
Yeah.
But, yeah. And what's funny is, like, right there, Darkstalkers Bishamon strategy.
Oh.
So.
Nice.
But, yeah. Okay.
So, yeah, they played those 3 games. It came down to the very last match, which I pretty much figured it would. Because, I mean, they got to give you some kind of drama with this.
Yeah.
They can't just have it be a slaughter and have him just destroy her.
True.
And then he was, like, very insensitive about it. He, like, came over and was like, what was all that, How do you like that? But then he was trying to compliment her, like, oh, your moves are really good and this and that, but she was that's not what she wanted to hear. So she started beating him up and got all these guys that helped train her to beat him up. But the last episode was basically him spending time with Ono, his love interest, who he doesn't even admit that he likes.
Yeah.
But you could tell he does. They basically go to this arcade convention where all think kind of like E3, where they show off all the new games and stuff like that. But this was for arcades.
Okay.
They basically spend the day there playing all the new arcades that are coming out, winning prizes and stuff like that.
Nice.
Now she's like I said, she does not talk at all during this series, but she does make like noises every once in a while.
Show that she's alive.
I'm sure. She's got kind of the typical, rich girl thing going, where she's got the teacher that's trying to help her be like the head of the family or whatever, but they're like very strict, so they're keeping her from doing anything that she really likes.
Yeah.
It's been that way since the first season, but they finally kind of got to the teacher, and now she's trying to lighten up a bit, which is the only reason she even got to spend time with him in that final episode. But it was... The 3 episodes were really good. I mean, I know it's kind of, as we said with Hinomaru, formulaic.
Yeah.
But, again, they do it really well. And, in my opinion, Ono and Haruo are, like, one of the best couples I've ever seen in anime, based off of this. Just the way they interact with each other. Both when she's angry at him and kind of beating him up, and her driver is running him over.
Wow, even more than like Wotakoi?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow, that's a high bar.
For me anyway, that's my bar. They're like at the top right now. And this, like I said, these 3 episodes basically just reminded me why that they're, for me, at the top for couples. And they're not officially a couple yet, so yeah, because that's going to happen in season 2, of course. But somebody had to tell me that these were released, because I had no idea. And then I just watched them yesterday.
Yeah, I've had my eye on High School Girl. I just kind of forgot about it, but following like fighting games and FGC stuff, I know that it's kind of geared towards me. So
yeah,
I at some point I'd like to check it out. They're 15-minute episodes or
no? It's a full-length episode.
Okay. It's on Netflix, right?
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Yeah.
For you, I think it would definitely like it. Maybe not for the romance type thing, but
at least for the vintage gaming.
Yeah, the vintage gaming, I think you would really enjoy, because they go through all of them, starting from Street Fighter all the way up till like whatever year they're in. They're talking about all the new fighting games that are coming out.
Yeah,
and it's like, oh man, I remember that game.
Yeah, and even though I'm going to talk about this a little bit during my NCR recap, but the American scene in terms of arcades and fighting games, we're coming up. We hold our own, and we have our champions, we have our guys. But the Japanese scene is like, it actually reminds me just like all of these kind of like sports anime things, where it's like they're just all like rivals with each other. It's always one giant rivalry. It's always all like, who's that guy? Oh, that's Umehara Daigo. And then it just kind of like goes, Dawn! And then you zoom in at Daigo and the screen goes black. His aura is kind of permeating. And, it's kind of like that. But it's not until someone like Tokido shows up, who has the same kind of menacing aura. And that's kind of why it's like, oh, well, that's Tokido, though. And that's why he's not afraid. And they're kind of like, it's kind of like that, more or less. Mm-hmm. It's that's how it feels with the Japanese fighting game scene. Versus us, man. Us here in America, we just talk shit. It's all like, and I guess that's kind of like a reverse weird form of camaraderie. Is we're all like, whatever, fool, shut the fuck up, bitch. What up? Where you at, bitch? What? It's kind of like that's how we kind of throw down.
Yeah.
Versus over there, like it is more of like rival. That's my rival. That's good. Some of them, they train together, too, because they know, like, hey, you've got a damn good Akuma. Let me fight against you. And they just go at it, Tokido and Daigo were Ryu sparring buddies, So that's kind of like what it is. It's kind of an anime take on all of that. That's, kind of what I'm assuming, at least.
Yeah.
But whatever, it's still something that would be related to my interest, and I would like to check it out.
You should. I think it's really good. Again, for you, definitely the vintage gaming.
Yeah.
And who knows, you might even like the romance part of it.
Probably.
Because, I don't know, like I said, for me, they're at the top.
Yeah.
And recently, I've seen quite a bit of romance anime. Because they release a lot of it. So, yeah. This has been one of the better couples I've seen.
Yes.
And finally, this isn't even something that came out during this season or last season or anything. This is an old anime, but I just finished it.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly because it was one of the shows that I picked up a while ago and had to put off because of my move. I only had like 9 episodes left to watch.
Okay.
But by the time I actually did this, it was down to 7. And that's including the 20.5 and 21.5 episode. This is Shiki. Have you seen Shiki?
No.
Shiki is about vampires that come to this like little mountain farming town, and they just start turning everybody.
Interesting.
It's like the first person dies in the very first episode.
Okay.
And then from there, it's just like more and more death. Like more and more people start dying, and then they start seeing those dead people walking around. And it's not even like just random people. These people are going to like their families to turn them. Because they know that they'll let them in. Because this is going by the vampire myth that they can't come into a home unless they're invited. Mm-hmm. So they know their family is going to let them in if they see them, because they're going to be like, oh my god, they're still alive.
Right.
So they'll come in and they'll kill one of their family members, like in the night, and then just continue the cycle.
Right.
Now in this, not everybody will turn into a vampire if they're bitten. I don't know what decides who becomes a vampire, but sometimes they die and they're just dead.
Yeah.
And sometimes they come back. One person's whole family just died after she killed them. Like, none of them came back. That messed with her mentally. Like, even as a vampire, she was very, very damaged by that. Mm-hmm. I don't know. This has been one of the best vampire shows I've seen. Like, I know you don't like Hellsing.
Yeah.
But you should probably check this one out. It's pretty cool. It's more grounded in reality. I know it's still vampires and all that. So as grounded in reality as you can get with vampires. Well, and I mean the hairstyles are pretty crazy too. Like some of them I was like, we're going way overboard with the hair right now, guys. But I kind of forgive it because it's anime, so yeah, you could definitely tell who the main characters are with the hair. But basically, it's just like one vampire family moves into the town, and then everybody starts dying, and nobody puts 2 and 2 together, except for like a couple people. And it's like, are you people stupid, or are you just like trying to not think about that? Because it's pretty obvious that this family is causing all of this. It's not a coincidence that they just show up and all of a sudden people start dying. And it's not until it's like the entire village is pretty much changed that someone finally goes, maybe they're vampires. But it's 22 episodes, which is actually kind of a weird number. I'm used to like 24, 26 episodes. But this was 22. Yes. I guess technically 24 if you count the 20.5 and 21.5. So technically 24. But still, 22. But it was a really good series. It's a little slow in the beginning because, not too many people are dead yet.
Need to up that murder count.
Yeah. And then I'm not going to spoil what happens at the end because you haven't seen it and I'm telling you to watch it.
Yeah.
But by the end, at least for me, I did start kind of sympathizing with the vampires.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that. If you watch it, you could tell me if maybe you felt the same. But for me, I kind of sympathized with the vampires towards the end.
Interesting.
And if you all have watched it, did you kind of feel the same? Did you kind of feel like maybe they kind of deserved what they got, or maybe they should have been left alone and got what they actually were after? You know? But for me, I kind of felt like maybe they should have won. But it was a really good series, and
it's over.
It's over now.
Okay.
Like, it's an old series. It's been out for a while,
Okay.
but because I do shows that have been out for a while too. Like, I'll just pick a few, and then I'll leave a poll saying, "Hey, which ones do you want me to watch?" for the subscribers, which I got to do after the next 4 shows I watch. So for those who have been following on the YouTube channel, you now know that I'm starting up Yuri Yuri, because that was the next one in the list. Season 2, because a lot of you have been asking about that. I did react to episode 2 for that, and that should be up soon. Probably by the time this is uploaded, that one should be uploaded as well.
Nice.
And then after that, I got to finish ReZero, because season 2 will be starting. I don't know when.
Yes.
But I have to finish it before then so that I can watch it.
Yes.
There's an OVA for that too, isn't there?
I don't know.
I thought there was an OVA.
Maybe.
Okay. Anyway, that's all I got for the anime. I had to talk about Shiki because of everything that happened in the last few episodes. It just goes... It's like a killing spree. That's all I'm going to say.
Well.
But it was an intense last 7 episodes, I'll say that. Yeah. All right. So that's all I got for the anime right there.
All right. Well,
this might end up just being...
Well, yeah, I think that what I'm going to do right now is, since there's not a whole lot to talk about in terms of the upcoming shows, I just wanted to at least rapid fire them all off.
Yeah, go for it.
So, from what I can tell, we're getting, like you just said, another season of ReZero, Takagi-san coming back, One Punch Man coming back,
next season,
Dragon Maid coming back, Cells at Work coming back. There's the Madoka Fairy Tale spinoff coming through. Yeah, so I'm gonna let's real quick just talk about those real quick. Those are all shows that I'm interested in talking about.
Yeah.
Obviously, I just don't have a lot of information. All the trailers, to my knowledge, most of them. I don't think that there's a trailer for Cells at Work or Dragon Maid yet. I think it was just an announcement.
Or the Madoka one. I don't think there's a trailer for that yet.
Yeah, I know that there's been some shots of like Takagi-san that had just come out. And then just like the announcements, but
ReZero did have a preview.
Yes, from Anime Japan. Yes. Well, but I mean, yeah, those are all coming, so definitely stay tuned. And if I do catch like any trailers or Roman catches trailers or whatnot, we'll throw them up on the page.
Yep, you'll either see them on the Facebook, the Twitter, or both. Because I have been posting more on Twitter lately.
Oh, okay, right on. So, I am going to admit that I am interested in the Madoka one because I saw the figure like almost since like 2017. It was always in the Crane games. It was the one where Madoka kind of looked like Red Riding Hood, and I was like, "What is this?" So I know it was a spin-off and all that. So knowing that it's going to get an actual anime and all that, and I can kind of watch it and check it out, that'll be fun. So I am going to look forward to that. And it's Madoka.
Yeah,
everyone loves
I actually
Madoka.
don't think it's Madoka like the character. Like, I think it's all new characters.
I think so too.
Yeah,
I think
Madoka's side story thing. You can keep going. I'm just looking this up really quick.
So I have listed down here that it came to my attention that the Tanya movie is actually getting a special event, just like what they did with Heaven's Feel Part 2, where it's actually coming to American theaters. So check that out. I'll post the link on the Facebook page as well. So if you are interested, go check out Tanya. Hopefully it's at a local theater. and you're not going 3 miles out like like 20 miles out for some of these people that wanted to see Heaven's Field Part 2. But I will post the link for more information in the Facebook page. So, and then of course the Isekai crossover with Tanya and ReZero and Overlord and all them. That's also something to look forward to as well. So,
Isekai Quartet.
Yeah, Isekai Quartet. So look forward to that.
Okay, so the main character isn't Madoka, but apparently Madoka is in the series.
Okay.
So yeah. She's looking for Homura. So
of course. The only other one that I have that apparently another screenshot came out is, do you like your mom? Her normal attack is 2 attacks at full power. So basically, dude gets trapped in an isekai with his mom, and his mom is OP as hell. So the mom is voiced by Kayano Ai, who is Darkness, La Latina for you Konosuba people.
Which means that she's already my waifu.
Or once again, if you've been watching Quintessential Quintuplets, it's Ichika. So again, I don't do random. If I say I like a character in an anime, there's probably a reason. Sometimes it's voice actor related. So I'm definitely interested. And on top of that, I'm just a general MILF guy anyways. So
I mean, how could you not be?
I mean,
especially the anime MILF.
Some of those guys are, lolicons, so,
Well,
even though who's a maid, WataTen, don't judge me. I like what I like. But I mean, that's definitely one to stay on top. Maybe I think I'll throw that up on the page as well. So if that's something that y'all are interested in, to my knowledge, it's not as dirty or raunchy as people sound. They hear like, oh, it's a MILF show, and they immediately start getting their dirty thoughts in their heads. It's like, it's not like that, guys. Damn.
Yeah.
Get your heads out the gutter, man. So, but you know what? I'll go ahead. I'll put it in there so you guys can sound off, see what you guys think. I'm interested, and I mean the mom's MILF design. I was gonna say the MILF's design is pretty well done too. If the mangas come out, I would definitely actually be interested in reading the manga if they're available for purchase on Amazon or whatnot. So I might actually do some more research on my own. So
yeah,
I'll go ahead and I'll throw that up on the page too. Maybe tomorrow.
The image makes it look interesting. I want to see it.
Yeah,
I don't know when it's supposed to come out, but I'm going to watch it.
Yeah, and it's like they announced the Kayano Ai as the mom, and then they announced the dude who his voice actor and all that. But they announced other voice actors, but they didn't say who they're playing. They had just that they're in the show. So
yeah.
And they haven't set a date. So they just said that these people are doing characters, and they're probably recording as we speak. So I'll stay on top of it though. So, and I'll report back.
Yeah, whenever we find out more.
And during the process of talking about this, how could I forget? Danmachi is coming back.
Oh yeah.
So Hestia is coming back, and I believe that she's more covered up than before. But whatever.
That's a shame.
Yeah, that's a shame.
But she's still Bestia, so.
Yes. You know what? I'll find the trailer for that. I know that has a trailer for sure.
That does, because they've announced that a while ago.
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and find the Anime Japan Danmachi trailer. I'll throw that up on the page too, so you guys can check that out. So, damn.
A lot of sequels.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot coming out.
But,
I mean, it doesn't sound like they're coming out at the same time, so that's nice.
No,
we won't be making 3-hour podcasts.
Yeah, One Punch Man comes out next season, so
cool.
I know that one for sure, and I think Danmachi is in October sometime.
Yeah, and then at some point they said Boku Hero is coming back too, because it's never going to go away.
That was in October as well.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that one's coming back.
A lot of good stuff in October, apparently.
Yeah. When everyone's back from vacation.
It's going to be a busy season.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to have to be selective.
Yeah, we're going to have to record these earlier. But, so stay tuned. The upcoming stuff, as information comes out, we'll talk more about it.
Yep.
Keep you all posted on that.
And since we're just rapid-firing these things, I'm just going to give you a revised list of what I'm watching next season.
Go for it.
Because I got 4 more shows that were added. Okay. One Punch Man Season 2. Isekai Quartet. Fruits Basket Remake. Suwayaki Kitsune no Senko-san, Joshikosai, Hachigatsu no Cinderella 9, Sera Zanmai, Carol and Tuesday, We Never Learn, and Kenja no Mago.
I look forward to hearing about all of those from you.
And you will.
Okay.
I kind of feel like Sarazanmai might be one of those memed anime.
Fun.
Because it's about some guys that get turned into kappa. So
fun. All right, something to look forward to.
All right, so that's it for what I'm watching next season.
Cool. All right. So I guess don't have a whole lot to talk about in terms of video games. But do you have anything to do with video games?
Video games? Not really. Just the girls' band party thing. But I can get into that whenever.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, so they got the they got the 1 year anniversary coming up.
Okay.
And their event is going to start in a couple days. Right now, you can go on there. They have a gacha where you get 3 limited edition skins for Ran, Yukina, and Kasumi. There's a rate up, which I'm sure you know means you're never getting them. Which I know is not true because I see people on there with them, and I'm just like, you suck. Because I want those skins. Especially the Ran and Yukina.
Nice.
But I'm never going to get them because I have no money. Well, not money to spend on this game right now. So I'm going to have to wait till next year when they bring them back and try again. But I'll have to save up my little stars to get them. Because it's like 2,500 stars for 10. And that's like $25 if I want to buy 1,500. So, yeah, I'm just going to start saving.
Yeah.
And maybe spend some on other events if I see a skin I want.
Nice.
But, yeah, basically it's kind of like a challenge event. You do songs with online with the other people. You get points. You go into the challenge section where they have 3 songs that you could play, and then you play them and you try to get on as high as you can on the leaderboard. And however high you get different rewards.
Yes.
So I know a lot of it is a lot of the higher ranks get stars. So I'm not going to get in the higher ranks because I don't have good enough skins. But I'm still going to be playing. I'm going to try to get into the top 10,000, which I usually end up in. So
yes.
We'll see how I do. But that's basically it. That's all I got.
All right. Well, I'm just going to touch on my NCR experience because I know I mentioned it on a couple of podcasts. I'm not doing a whole lot of cons and whatnot this year. So, but for us here in the California Bay Area, we just had NorCal Regionals take place over in San Jose. It used to be in Sacramento, so this is them, going to a new venue. I was able to catch a lot of Street Fighter and a lot of Smash. It was different, It seemed a lot of people said there was a lot more people, but it was in one ballroom, so it was more condensed. And they actually had Street Fighter and Smash going on the main stage at the same time. So if you were taking a seat on the left side, you would see Smash Ultimate, and on the right side, you saw Street Fighter. And there was only like 3 vendors: an artist, a stick vendor, and then someone who does engraving on fight sticks. So it seemed really just streamlined. But because essentially when like people coming from like Asia or Japan, they would have to go in and like fly into like San Francisco or go to like LA, San Francisco, or LA, Oakland, and then they would still have to drive 2 hours to get to Sacramento.
Yeah.
So that deterred a lot of people. But now that it was being held in San Jose, that didn't really happen because now you can just fly right into San Jose Airport.
Yeah.
Although I don't know you can necessarily go like Japan, San Jose, you can definitely do San Jose or Japan or Asia, San Francisco, and then just drive. Still much better. Still a better deal than doing 2 hours to Sacramento.
Oh, definitely.
So, it seemed like there was more people in a more consolidated space. But other than that, I mean, it was in my opinion more or less chill. There wasn't anything like super like earth shattering or mind blowing or drama. We did convince some poor guy to pick Piranha Plant in Smash Brothers because we were like, "Pick Piranha Plant, you coward!" And he did. And unfortunately, he chose Piranha Plant against Inkling or Squidling.
Oh.
And that's kind of a bad matchup. Apparently, Inkling is really good in Smash. So
you caused him to lose?
I mean, he still put up a good fight. He took off a life and a half on the other guy, but in the end, yeah, Piranha Plant
It just didn't match up to the agility that this Inkling had.
Yeah, it just wasn't nice. But I mean, it was a good fight. He didn't give up. He didn't just throw it away. He didn't just like pander to the crowd. But that was definitely the MVP. Was picking Piranha Plant. There was so some cool kid came back. Some cool kid made it to top 8 of Evo last year.
Okay.
And so some cool kid came into NCR, and they had this entourage. It was this lady who was just screaming her head off. It was horribly fantastic. It was really awkward, but she was just so into it. She was just there wholeheartedly supporting some cool kid. And she was just yelling and screaming, and it was crazy. It was absolutely insane. Eventually, some cool kid lost. I didn't see when he got eliminated from the tournament completely,
right.
But at least when he got sent to loser side, she started cussing out the guy who won. It was kind of like, whoa.
That's not cool.
Yeah, that was it's weird. And I know I just said that there was no drama. I don't really call that drama because that was still kind of in character. So it was all like she's losing her mind when he was winning, and then when he lost, she was still losing her mind. So I don't consider that drama. I consider that like I'm not surprised. But yeah. And then I was like, I ended up watching top 8. I only went for Saturday, so I came home on Sunday, and I was watching Dragon Ball Z Fighters because I know Roman is the Dragon Ball guy.
Yep.
And I was all like, well, let me see it. And I'm sorry, Dragon Ball Z Fighters is just so boring. And I think a large part of that is because the combos go on for so long, the damage scaling kicks in, and you're like doing like half a hit point of damage now. Because it's just like, ha, hoo, ha, hoo, ooh, special attack. Okay, extend the combo. Ooh, ooh, and it's just like, God, that's why it's like, how do all the combos in Dragon Ball Z Fighters end level 3 supers? Because you can't do anything weaker than that because it's not going to kill. And I'm just like, oh my God. Dragon Ball Z Fighters. Oh, but then the people, they love it so much, they get this. And I'm like, my goodness. At the very least, I give it up to the Dragon Ball Z top 8 people, because at least their squads are all different. They use a little bit of everybody. There's Gogeta, and there's, what's the name of Goten? Gotenks?
Gotenks.
Gotenks is in there. Bardock is in there. Kid Buu is in there. There was an Android 18, the waifu. You know, there's a lot of representation in the top 8. There was, I think, was it Chris G? Someone was even using Videl. I was shocked. I was all like, what? So, there was a lot of character variation in that, and so I kind of give it props. You know, in Street Fighter, we see way too often it was like, you know, the same top 8, you know, and all that. Even though that's been really getting better too. There's a lot of variation and mix up. So I give some props to them, but it doesn't change the fact that I just find it so boring, so painful boring. But you know, that's just me. Like I said, I didn't stick around too long in the Dragon Ball fad. I kind of grew out of it. And anytime I ever try to go back, it's just not for me, man. It's just not for me. I really was hoping that someone picked Broly, though, so I could make a Vic Mignogna joke. Because you know what? I meant to look that up. Let me look that up right now. Did Vic do Broly in the game? Because I know Broly came, like, around the same time as the movie did.
Is it the English actors?
I believe... See, that's what I don't know.
I think it's all the Japanese voices.
Well, no, they have dual audio.
Ah, well, he probably did then.
He did come out, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he's in it.
He's out. Yeah, he's out. Let's see.
See, I think that's the old Brawly.
straight to Vic Vinogna. There we go.
Yeah, he did it.
Yep. That's funny. Damn it! What a missed opportunity. But so this is the original guy, though, right?
Yeah,
because the Broly movies never came out in English, huh?
Oh, they did.
All the old ones?
All of them did, yeah.
Okay.
All of the Dragon Ball movies did.
But because he was the most recent one from the movie, they just used him.
Yeah.
Because that's basically what the giant plug is. They put Broly in Fighter Z because of the movie. Okay,
yeah.
so
this is the old Broly, though. This is from the old movies.
Okay.
That's not the new version.
Okay. But it's still Vic.
Yeah, he still did the voice.
Okay. Because I had never known Vic to do video games, so that's why I was like, Not that he hasn't, I just don't know. Yeah. So that's why I was like, did they get Vic to do the video game? I don't know. I just don't hear Vic doing video games. But anywho, that's a whole different podcast. In a nutshell, yeah, it was like that, and I was curious to see what happened with Sonic Fox. So the other thing too about NCR is it's just kind of like more of a local tournament. You don't get like a whole lot of killers and all that. Even though our Bay Area killers do go out there, it's really not a super difficult like Evo level tournament. But I was surprised that there was a lot of names that came out to NCR. And it was so weird because I didn't think, like, Daigo, he hasn't come to, like, an NCR in a while, but Daigo was there. Oh. And it was so funny to not see him with his entourage. Because usually he's always recording for his, like, documentary or whatever. No, he was just there. He was just there chilling. And it's so funny, too, because he was sitting in the front row and he was playing Shadowverse. Because, he's sponsored by Side Games. Oh, so he's just there chilling. He just busts out his phone. He's just going to play some Shadowverse. I was like, this fool. And then I'm not one to talk because I'm, like, talking shit about Daigo playing Shadowverse, and then I bust out my phone to play FGO and use my AP.
Like, should play a real game, man.
Yeah, Daigo quit being a bitch. Play Fake Grand Order like a real man. So, but yeah, NCR was cool. Yeah, if they keep coming back to San Jose, I think I'd be more inclined to keep going.
The more they go, the bigger they'll get. So
yeah, I think that for sure they would definitely need to get the other ballroom.
Yeah.
So, but it was cool. It was chill. Nothing over the top or anything like that. Tokido won Street Fighter. Beat Punk. It was a run back of EVO 2017.
Oh.
So, I mean, again, and I made a post talking shit about, like, oh, and then Sonic Fox didn't even come. I was like, why wasn't Sonic Fox here? It would have been an easy cleanup in Dragon Ball Z Fighters, right? And then that's when I heard about him getting stomped out in final round. And then, of course, here come all the excuse makers. Oh, well, he's playing Mortal Kombat 11. It's all like, still doesn't excuse the fact that he showed up to a tournament. He got top 8 and then got stomped out in Dragon Ball Z Fighters. And now Goichi is just going to keep coming up on him and coming up on him and coming up on him. And I was like, I said that. I was all like, when you put a target on your back, don't be surprised when you get attacked.
Yep.
You are over there like talking shit and all this, and then when you were losing, you tried to do a gimmick, and it worked. But now everybody knows your secret. So, and then of course all the apologizers come out. Oh, well, he's gonna go back. It's like that. No one ever makes an excuse, man. When Infiltration, before he got hit with domestic abuse problems, issues, charges. He was able to just jump back and forth between games like crazy, He could do Street Fighter Cross Tag. He did them all, There was no issue. So, I don't think it's really the game. I think it's definitely the player, The player is the one who has the skill level. So, that's just it. But I mean, to Sonic Fox's defense, too, it's also kind of like the champion's curse. There's not a whole lot of people that win like Evo or win Capcom Cup and then turn around and then do more consistent wins. Like, yeah, sure, they'll pick up a win here and there. Tokido, again, won Evo 2017. He won NCR. He just won NCR on Saturday or on Sunday. So, it's not to say that it's impossible, but it's really, really hard. When you get on the main stage and everyone in the world can see your techniques and your strategies, it's hard to come up with new techniques. It's hard to come up with new stuff because everyone has seen what you can do. So, is it Sonic Fox's fault he got exposed? Not necessarily, but it is his fault for being a punk bitch. So, You know, he should have just taken it. He should have just taken it, you know? He should have just been like, you know what, I just got reset on, but I'm not going to run away. I'm going to man up. I'm going to get better. I'm going to harden up and just keep running with it. Because that's what champions do. So, that's it, you know? He's probably going to go to Mortal Kombat 11, and he's just going to absolutely dominate. And then he's probably going to drop out of Dragon Ball Z completely. And then that's going to go right back to the Japanese. So... You know, what can you do? But in the meantime, yeah, I'm going to keep giving him shit, especially since he took away Tokido's Player of the Year. That should have been Tokido. That was Tokido's Player of the Year, but whatever. That's in the past now. What can we do? We look forward to the future. So, I'm going to say this, so I don't seem like a sour, salty-ass spoil sport. I wish Sonic Fox the best of luck in his Mortal Kombat 11 endeavors. Like I said, I had nothing but respect for the kid when he won MKX at EVO with Aaron Black, so, you know, and he wasn't even 18 at the time, I believe. So, you know, I wish him all of luck, and, you know, I hope that he redeems himself. I hope that, you know, talking shit is fine, but back it up. So, I will, yes, I will stay tuned to more Sonic Fox shenanigans and see what happens in the FGC. All so, right. Yeah, the next one is EVO. So, I will see you guys with more FGC shenanigans in August.
Yeah.
So
keep us updated on that.
Yeah, absolutely. So I mean the only other thing I got left is Fate.
Yep.
So unless you had anything before I go into the Fate corner.
I mean I don't know if you would consider them video games.
Go for it.
Okay. For those of you who watch my unboxings, you know that I've been addicted to Toriba.
Okay.
Do your best to avoid that. It is really fun to play, and it's really cool winning prizes, but you can get addicted really quickly, and the next thing you know, you're spending $500
Oof.
trying to win one prize.
Oof.
I spent $300 once trying to win a Miku Hatsune plush.
Did you get it?
I did.
Good.
And I hate that plush. But I kept it because it's cost me so much money.
That's your blood and sweat right there.
That I'm like, you are not going anywhere. You were staying with me as a reminder that I can't do this anymore. And that was last year, and I'm still doing it. So, fun to play, but, you know, Toriba's kind of sneaky. As in, you can see how that's in plastic? They'll put those in plastic and then have the silicone things around the bar so that they stick. So that it'll be hanging off by this much of a bag corner on the bar. And you can't get it because the claw won't cook it. So you're like spending $50 trying to get a little corner and you can't get it. Or they'll put like double-sided sticky tape on the plastic to make it a little harder, so you have to really pull it in order to get it off of the platforms.
Oh my god.
And you can see the tape, too. They're not hiding it. It's not like they're making it clear-colored tape. You can see yellow tape on them.
That's scandalous.
Now, I'm not going to lie. I did recently win, like, 6 more prizes. 3 of them were the same character. Was it Fujikomine? Fujikomine?
Yeah, Fujikomine, yeah.
From Lupin the Third in a bikini.
Of course.
Now I won 2 of the B version they had and 1 of the A. And that was only because the B version, the second one I won, was in the way, and I had to get it out of there in order to get the A version. So I got 2 of those. And then I won a Pippa-Me plush, because I got a Papago already, and I needed her to go with it. I won a Nanachi plush from Made in Abyss.
Okay.
And I won a Black Assassin from Fate Apocrypha.
Oh, is it Jack the Ripper?
Yeah, I won that. That only took 2 plays, though. That was because somebody else was messing with it and already got it in a good position. And then they left, and I was like, thank you. So, yeah. But now I'm trying not to play that anymore. Now I'm playing 2 other ones.
Much better.
One is called I Catch Online.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, you have to pay shipping for them. Toriba at least does free shipping every 7 days. So you could win like 30 prizes and you'll still get it for free.
Man.
This one, it's $10 per prize to ship. However, I did find out recently that if you send them an inquiry asking them if you've won a certain amount of prizes,
Yeah.
hey, can I get free shipping for this? They'll give it to you.
Nice.
They'll give you the free shipping. I mean, you already spent so much money winning the prizes. They probably figure we got our money.
Yeah, right.
They don't have nearly as much stuff as Toriba. But the claw machines are a little easier. They aren't putting tape. They aren't putting, like, silicone and plastic. They're a little easier. But you can still spend a lot. And then I'm playing another one called DC7. Shipping is a lot more reasonable with them.
Nice.
$4 a prize.
So bad.
And most of the stuff I've won from them have come from free points. Because they have you ever heard of Tapjoy?
No.
A lot of these games that have, like, currency where you have to buy, like, the currency in order to get certain things, they'll have this thing called Tapjoy. They're offers that you could do in order to get free coins or free stars or gems or whatever.
Nice.
DC7 has that. So I just go on there, I look for all the ones that involve other games that I download, play up to what they need, and get free coins.
Right.
And then I win prizes, and then I use it to also pay for the shipping. So most of the stuff that I've gotten has been for free.
Nice.
So, yeah. They're definitely a lot easier. They also have premium prizes. Same with iCatch, which is like... Some of them are actual 1/7 scale figures. They had Figmas, Nendoroids. There's actually a mattress on there.
Because a pillow is for wusses.
Yeah.
They
have a mattress. I saw a vacuum. I think it was a refrigerator. They have some weird prizes, but also some pretty nice ones. Like, I wanted the 7th scale figures, but it's like $9 a play or something. I mean, sure, you could possibly get it in one, because it's a ping pong machine. So you just got to get the ball in the hole. The one that's got the ring around it. But also, you could probably spend $100 and not get it. So I kind of try to avoid those. Unless it's like $4 a play, and then I'll try it. But if you got an addictive personality like I do, try to stay away from these games, because you'll spend all your money. And it's cool winning the prizes, and they are authentic. They're not like knockoff prizes, especially since it's Japan. They're very big on keeping everything authentic there. And you will get your prizes. It will just take a while. The longest I've waited for prizes is like a month to ship. But then once they ship, it takes like 2 days to get here.
It's not bad.
But, I mean, Toriba has new prizes every day. Figures, plush, posters, wall art, standard toys. I've won pocket watches for like ReZero and Fate and stuff like that. I've won posters for Fate. I just mentioned a Nesso that I won for Fate. They have a ton of them. They have Elia on there from that today's menu for the Elia family thing. Yes. But I couldn't win that one. That one was stuck. The head was too wide, and it wouldn't go through the bars even if you pushed it. Spent $20 doing that.
Jeez.
So they're fun, but be careful.
Yeah.
If you do want to play, Toriba does give you free plays every day if you spend $10. Once. You only got to do it once. And then you get a free play every day. They also have their Toriba Prime, which actually seems not really worth it. It's $2.99 through PayPal, and you get 10,000 TP a month for free.
$2.99?
Yeah, $2.99.
Okay.
And you get 10,000 TP, which can get you, like, if it's 2,500 TP a play, you can get 4 plays from that.
Got it.
But they're steadily increasing their prices. They've got stuff up there for 3,000 TP now, which is like $3 a play. And that's for figures. Although I'm mostly going there for the figures. You saw all the figures I had.
Oh, yeah.
All of those on top of my cases are from Toriba.
Got it.
But that was before they started going to 3,000 TP. Before it was like 1,500, 2,000. Now that it's like getting up to 2,800, 3,000, and it's just steadily increasing. They did try to increase the price of their TP. Nobody went for that. They lost a lot of money. People stopped playing for like a couple days.
Good.
And then they went back to the normal prices.
Good. Don't get greedy.
Yeah. So if you like those kind of games, like if you've been to Japan and you go to the arcades to play the claw games, it's fun to play, but be careful.
Yeah, super addicting.
Yeah. What else was I going to say? There was one other thing I was going to say about it. I can't remember. I think... Oh! For those of you who don't know how a claw game, like a crane game works, because I do see reviews for Toriba where people are like, I lifted the prize and then it just dropped it. You're not there to lift the prize. You're steadily pushing it through the bars. Like, it has to go through the bars. You're not lifting it up and taking it to a hole and it drops it in, like an American claw game. So they'll have the box or plush on a bar, and you got to try to shift it around to fall through. Sometimes you can get it in one shot. I did that with one of the penguins that Steven has. Like, I gave you that one, and then like a couple days later, they brought it back up, and I won one with a free play. So it's possible. It's just sometimes, most of the time, the claws are too weak to do it. The best chance you have for something like that is if they just bring the machine in, and they're testing out like the strength and how many people actually want what's in it. Then they have it like maybe full power, and you can get in like 1 or 2 plays. But then they start steadily weakening the claw, and you can't get anything really in like that.
They nerf the claw.
They do. They nerf it.
Man.
Also, don't let this happen to you. This happens to me all the time. People can get in line to wait for you to finish. A lot of people do that when they see you're about to win. And they'll get in line, waiting for you to give up so that they can come in and just take it in 1 or 2 plays. If you notice that something is stuck and you see there's 5 people behind you, don't think, well, I'm not going to let them get it. I got to win this. Don't do that. I do that all the time, and then I end up wasting a lot of money. If you notice it's stuck and there's a lot of people, quit. Let them waste their money.
Yeah.
Most of the time, they're waiting to see if you're going to loosen it up again and then leave so that they can come in and win it easily. They pretty much already know it's stuck and they're not going to get it and they're just going to leave anyway. So, don't fall for that trap. If you play. But that's it. That's all I got.
Yeah.
I had to talk about these crane game things.
Yeah, no.
Because, I mean, I've been playing since last April.
Yeah, no, and you can see it, too, with all your figures and stuff, too. So, it works. It's just, it's...
Yeah, because I know there's some people who are like... Because I saw the ads for it, and I was like, this has got to be a scam.
Yeah. If you didn't know any better, it definitely would sound like one.
Yeah, it's like, I'm going to play something that's in Japan, and they're going to send it to me? I don't know about that. But it's true. It's in Japan. All of them are authentic prizes. They have their, like, authenticity stickers on it. The little hologram stickers. All authentic merchandise that you would find in a standard Japanese arcade crane game.
You know, that what you just described and how you can either get it lucky with one or spend triple the price. That's why when I go to Japan, I don't even fuck with crane games.
Yeah.
I just go straight to the store and be like, yo, just sell it to me for $12. Because it's all like, I have a friend, he lives right next to me, and he's just like, oh man, I can get that in like $3. And I was like, can you?
Yeah.
Can you look me in the eye and promise me you can get that? No, you can't. So I'll just go buy it. I just go buy it straight up.
Yeah.
So, and that's what they do. The arcade people, they just have all that extra inventory. They just sell it to the stores.
Yeah.
So, or the stores just buy it themselves, and then they just sell it straight up. So, that's what I do. I never mess with the crane games.
Oh, another thing I gotta mention. Toriba, like how in some... I've noticed this in some videos for arcade crane games for Japan. A lot of the workers will actually help you out. Mm-hmm. Like, if they see something's kind of stuck, they'll reposition it to put it in a better spot for you.
Yes.
Toriba will not do that at all. They will not help you. However, DC7 will. I was playing for a Nido Chris noodle stopper.
Mm-hmm.
It was new.
Yeah.
I had gotten it in kind of a good spot, but it was going to take a lot more in order for it to get loose. And one of the workers just kind of shifted it to make it so that it would fall in like one move.
Yeah.
And it did, because I got the claw to just hit it. So they'll help you out.
Yeah.
They did that for me once for another figure as well, where I nearly got it. It was like 2 moves, and then they shifted it in a better spot. And then I got another 2 moves. So they'll help you out in that one. Toriba will just steal your money. They want your money.
They'll put tape on it.
Yeah, they'll put tape on it.
Yeah, but free shipping.
Yeah, free shipping every 7 days.
You just got to deal with their bullshit.
Yeah. And I catch, like I said, they'll give you free shipping if you ask for it if you won a lot. But if you've won less than, I think, 5 prizes, they're not going to give it to you. You're going to have to spend $40.
Crazy.
But, yeah. I think the big thing about those, like you were saying, you stay away from them.
Yeah.
I think the big thing is a lot of, like me, I get like an adrenaline rush when I win something. Like if I'm on Toriba, I'm like, I'm just going to win this one prize because it looks easy. I'll win it and then I'll go, ooh, what else can I get? And then I start looking through the list. That's what gets me. And I think that's like for the arcade, like actual arcades, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
They hope for that adrenaline rush when you win something.
Yeah. And
then you just want to stay and win more.
Yeah, and I recognize that too because, you know, obviously look at all what I've sunk into FGO.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll save my FGO related gotcha rant because that you actually just reminded me of something I've been saying. So
okay, but I'm done with the crane game stuff.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
I'm done with it.
Alrighty then.
Just kind of a warning for those who want to play.
Yeah,
they're fun. You can win really cool stuff.
Play with caution.
Play with caution.
Yeah.
If you have an addictive personality, try to avoid it. Be careful.
Very careful.
Yeah. I didn't think I had an addictive personality till this. So
exposed.
Yeah.
Well, at this point, we're going to go into the Fate corner. So if you are a Fate person, welcome. If you are not Fate related, I guess we will see you in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So if you're on your way out, like, comment, subscribe. Still working our way to 6K. Comment. Let us know what you think. Let us know anything you'd like to see. Always open to suggestions. So have a good night. We'll see the non-Fate people. For the Fate people, I'm going to try to go through this pretty fast so we can get y'all out of here.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to start on the Japanese side real quick. Actually, no. I'm going to start with the USA side because looking at it, I have more Japanese-related info. So currently we're in the middle of Gura Gura 2. We have, at this point, it's the 1st of April. We haven't gone through the last battle, but my suggestion is that don't waste your apples just yet. The nodes that are going on right now are not good farming nodes. It's still more so just for the story. So check out the drops. Go to the Cernopedia page. Look at the different fights. Go with what node has the better drops. Personally, I'm farming medals and pages. But I know the other side has pom-poms, gears, and something else. But I'm not so hard up for gears and pom-poms. So I'm sticking with medals and pages. So just find out which fight gives you the best drops and farm that one at the highest level you can go to. And then once this last story fight ends, that's when Cha-Cha will officially be unlocked. And then you can go and do the best farming points to clean out the shop and clean out your friend points. There is a node, I believe it's 40 AP, that only gives points. And it gives points to both sides. So that's going to be the best one. You can farm the hell out of that with all your CEs equipped, and that's how you'll clear out the ladder. But if you're trying to clear out the ladder or clear out the shop right now, it's not optimal. So you're just better off just use your natural AP, farm what you can, but don't stress. And then once we finish this last story battle, I'm thinking about Wednesday or Thursday we should be done. And then we'll have about 6 days left to just do straight farming, clear out the shop, clear out the ladder, and it's doable. So save your apples. And I like Cha-Cha. I think Cha-Cha's adorable. You know, they made that joke about isekai titles, and then Cha-Cha goes, "It's not my fault I was summoned as a lowly berserker." That literally sounds like an isekai title. Do you like your mom? Her normal attack is 2 attacks at full power. So, yeah. Like I said, the guy Albert, who works at Aniplex, and he's one of the head localization guys, he really went off with the memes. I mean, Guda Guda was always about being jokey and humorous, but the memes that he's getting away with in this Guda Guda 2 is just like, wow, I can't believe they let him get away with that. But yeah, I'm having fun with it. I'm really looking forward to next year's. I think Guda Guda 3 and Okita Alter will be fun. Messing around with Shinsengumi, it makes me want Ryoma Sakamoto even more, because Ryoma Sakamoto historically was the guy who countered the Shinsengumi. So, you know, that'll be fun when we get there. But that'll be next year. In the meantime, yeah. Consume your apples properly. It's doable. Don't stress. You can rush in a couple of days. But for now, easy goes. Mm-hmm. So, I have said this before, and I'm going to reiterate, because this is the beginning of April. The end of April will be our Fate Extra CCC. And so in the middle, there will be a banner where you can roll for the Fate Extra and Fate Extra CCC. Well, primarily Fate Extra characters. So you'll be able to roll them. And so if you still need Tamamo, Nero Bride, Gilgamesh, regular Red Nero, I believe Karna is up on there as well. There will be a banner for them, and that's going to be in between the end of Gouda and the beginning of Fate Extra CCC. And then the official banner for CCC will be Passionate, Melt Lilith, and then banner 2 will be Kiara and Emiya Alter. So I'm debating whether I want to roll for Tamamo, because fuck Gawain, and I know that Gawain is in the pool because Gawain is Fate Extra. So I might wait, because I know that Tamamo also comes back on a separate raid-up by herself during, I believe, Onigashima, the rerun. So that'll be, I believe, May or June. One of those. So I think I might hold off. But if you don't care and you need any of those guys, there's a couple more coming at the end of the month. So I got my Hijikata. Carmilla is happy that her husbando is home. And Jack is happy that her dad came back from buying cigarettes. So I'm happy. Hijikata is amazing. I love the Hijikata memes, and I love how they posted up the picture of the actual Hijikata. I don't know if you've seen his picture, or at least the portrait that they used. It's so funny because, not funny, but it's kind of scary funny, that his portrait was the one they recreated in Golden Kamui. Oh. In Golden Kamui, one of the Hijikata supporters, they gave him that photograph, and they were like, haha, look at you, old man. And he's like, oh man, this brings some nostalgia. That was the photo of Hijikata. Him sitting there, like, with the sword and all that. That was a historical photo.
Okay.
Like, that's the reference. Like, holy shit. He looked like a guy that you just wouldn't fuck with. Like, even in real life, he looked like he loved to smoke and gamble and fight. So, Hijikata was a badass.
He was living life.
Yeah. So, I'm happy I got Hijikata, but I don't know if I'm going to roll Tamamo yet. I do want Tamamo at some point. I just don't know when I'm going to roll her. But I am going to roll Kiara, because I need my Chaldea to be filled with holy radiated light energy. She's a holy woman.
She's a woman. Is that the nun?
Yes.
Okay.
She is a woman of the cloth.
Okay.
Yes. So, look forward to that. And I'm sure I'll get more into it, because Fate Extra is my favorite Fate. So, when that comes out, we'll reevaluate this. And like I said, I need revenge after I got done dirty in JP. So, I'm eager for the end of this month. I already want to get started. If I could check out of Guda Guda 2, I would just get my... I would get my copies of Cha-Cha and then just be like, all right, I'm done with this fucking event. Bring on CCC. So, yeah, that's all the news I have right now for USA. If anything comes up, I'll report back on the podcast. I want to touch base on what they did on JP. So every year for the last 2 years, they did a crazy April Fool's event. So last year. Well, 2 years ago, they did Pokemon Go.
Oh, did they?
They did Pokemon Go. Last year they did AR game. So you would download the game, you would turn it on, and then you would just kind of use your camera, and you would see like servants like in your room, and then you would just kind of like shoot them, and you would kind of like go through like 6 stages, 7 stages, and then at the end, the last boss was Gudako and like Solomon's like mage thing or whatever. It was like basically Gudako, the master of the universe, and she was the final boss. So it was really gnarly, but. This year, I was all like, oh, I'm so excited. Oh, okay. Oh, I can't wait for Rio's artworks for all the servants. Yay. I waited until midnight JP time. I got nothing. I was all like, did I get trolled? What the fuck happened? So what these fuckers did was they made a separate app, which was Fate Grand Order Dragon Quest style. It was an 8-bit top-down MIDI music RPG game. Literally starts off, the king says, go on a quest to save the world. You go out, you start fighting random battles, you're like, okay, this isn't too bad. You go too far north, you get stomped out by an enemy way stronger than you. So you respawn. You go back. This time you're like, okay, I can't go into the north. Let me go to the east. This cave has no light. And it's all like, go to the castle, beat the monster, get the key, unlock the gate, go through the gate, fight the next boss. It's like straight up old school. I was like, I hate this as much as I love it. And the only reason why, quite honestly, that I hated it was because I couldn't understand it.
Oh.
It would be like trying to play like Final Fantasy IV in Japanese.
Yeah.
And we're Americans, or we're English, not fluent in Japanese. It would be like that.
Yeah.
It's like, you want to play more because it's so traditional, it's so fun. And I'm all like, please bring this in 2 years. Please bring this. Albert, I implore you. I'm already throwing my money at you. You know you have my money. Do this, Albert. For the love of Madoka, do this. And yeah, that's how they did all of the Rio's artwork for all the new characters was not in the game. It was in the side game. And I don't know if they're ever going to give us like the normal non-pixel art, because it all looks like Super Nintendo graphics.
Right.
So they were nice enough not to go full 8-bit on us and do Nintendo. It was at least 16-bit. But it's still funny because it's still Dragon Quest. They're still like, when they're moving, they're still like walking in place. In the very first starting town, though, you actually saw in the church was Kotomine. So he's just chilling there. And then right outside of the church, because you were talking about Salter and Shinjuku, you see Salter's dog from Shinjuku just chilling right there, too. I was like, is that Kaval II? That is Kaval II. God fucking damn it.
Is that what she named her dog?
Yeah, she named her dog Kaval. I guess that's from Arthurian legend. That was actually the name of Arthur's dog. So Kaval is... So, since it's Kaval, it's Kaval II, because it's not the original.
Yeah, it's not the original.
So... and then it's like, yeah, and so you're walking around. If you go too far south, you get stomped out by Magical Girl Elia.
Really?
Yeah, Magical Girl. So all of the enemies are all just characters from FGL. But some of them they kind of are related to their job class.
Yeah.
Some of them are just kind of like, whatever, right? But some of them, like, I ran into Jin K. And Jin K is assassin class.
Right.
And I was like, okay, I should be able to do this. Jin K straight up one-shotted one of my dudes, so just straight assassinate, and then ran away. I was all like, are you shitting me? Wow. Wow, Jin K. After I just said I loved you in the New Year's event. That's how you're going to do me. You're going to do me dirty like that. And so, when you go north, you find Anastasia and Ivan the Terrible. And so Anastasia is a caster, so she's more likely to spam cure spells on herself.
Okay. So
you're like, okay, I'm damaging her, right? And then she cures herself. You're like, fuck! So you go back to step 1. So it's kind of like that. And so, you know, Olga Marie is your caster, so Olga Marie can cast like fire. And instead of magic points, it's your Noble Phantasm.
Right.
So it's NP instead of MP. And yeah, and it's just... It was so rad. It was so nicely done. But yeah, but it died this morning. It literally was on for about 24 hours and it's dead. So I'll show you off stream when you try to load it. It sounds kind of like a broken 8-bit cartridge.
Right.
And I don't know if that's just me, so that's why I want you to check this out and be like, am I tripping? It sounds like, when you try to boot up an NES cartridge and it just doesn't work, and it just kind of goes. So yeah. I don't know if that was intentional, but the other reason why I wanted to bring this up is that I don't know who is this. Maybe it's all of them, but all the dudes at Type Moon are retro game players. Because we've seen this. We saw this at the Halloween event when they recreated Ghouls and Ghosts. When they literally recreated Ghosts and Goblins. And then you're making your way through the map, and then you get to the boss, and then the boss sends you all the way back to the beginning of the map. That is so Ghosts and Goblins. The kids don't get this. Kids that are like 18 and older, they don't get this. But us old school gamers, us guys that used to rent video games on the weekend after we did our homework, and we were like, oh, this game looks cool, Ghosts and Goblins. And then you're like, fuck, this game is hard. But then you beat it, and then it was like, oh my god. And that was Capcom, by the way, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. And so that's what they do. And then they actually recreated like 8-bit music in that, so it's all traditional. Even Elizabeth, Brave Elizabeth, Dragon Quest bikini armor. She looked like Dragon Quest III's female warrior. The way that she was dressed.
Yeah.
Straight up. I'm surprised Square Enix didn't take them and get some royalties. But, I mean, the thing is that I don't really think they can because bikini armor has become a trope in Japan.
Yeah,
it's everywhere. So I don't think they'd be able to get any money off of that. But, they didn't even bother. They kept it red, just like in Dragon Quest. The only thing that's funny was when they did it on Liz, that it's actually kind of falling off of her. That's the joke. Oh. She doesn't fit into the bikini armor.
She's flat.
Yeah, basically. That's the joke.
This is why you don't need flat girls.
Right. Besides,
they can't wear that sexy bikini armor.
Yeah, Carmilla is better than Elizabeth anyways. Quote me on that. But anyways, it was so fun. I stopped playing because I was just like, this is so good. I want to play this in English. And I treated it like a full RPG. It was actually like on Reddit looking for a walkthrough, and I found one. I posted it in the group when I made my post. I was like, somebody on Twitter actually said, okay, this is what you do. He's like, step 1, step 2, step 3, 4. I was like, where were you 12 hours ago, bro? Damn it. And then by the time I was like, okay, I got my walkthrough, now I can go play the game. It was like, no, the game had already been taken down. Damn it. So I think,
close, yet so far.
Yeah, I know, right? I was thinking about screenshotting it and emailing it to myself, so in 2 years I could just be like, haha, I'm ready for you, bitch. So, yeah, it was... And I heard it. People were actually complaining about it, too. They were like, we just gave you, like, billions of dollars of gotcha money, and this is what you blow it on. And it's all like, why not? This is pretty fucking cool. This is really good. They made a full fucking RPG Maker game.
It's their money. They can do what they want with it.
Right. And they're not only is it their money, they're also old school nerds.
Yeah.
So, and on top of that, we got to remember, too, that in America, yes, Final Fantasy beats Dragon Quest. Even though, excuse me, I know that Dragon Quest has made up a lot of ground.
Yep.
And Dragon Quest now is really popular in America. Excuse me. Still not as popular as Final Fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the way it is. Final Fantasy just got more recognition, more games. I got hiccups now. It's just the way that it worked out. It ended up being. But in Japan, it's vice versa. Dragon Quest stomps Final Fantasy. Hands down.
Right.
Like when Final Fantasy, was it 9, I think, came out? Or, one of them. It didn't even want to compete. Or Final Fantasy 12, I think, on PlayStation 2. When it came out, it didn't even want to compete with Dragon Quest 8. Like, they were like, oh, Dragon Quest 8 is coming out? We'll push our game back by a month. So they delayed it, because they just didn't want to go up against Dragon Quest.
Right.
Dragon Quest is a monster in Japan. People were taking days off of work. Work productivity goes down in Japan when a new Dragon Quest comes out. So I am not shocked at all that when they were like, we want to do a pseudo RPG Maker game, we're going to do a Dragon Quest style. Absolutely. I was, and it's a sign, I take it, because when I did beat up Kiata, she gave me rainbow drops. So I was like, eh. So rainbow drops are the hardest drops. Those are the rarest rare drops, is when you get a rainbow chest.
Okay.
So they even recreated that. In FGO, when you kill an enemy, they drop a chest. And if they drop a rainbow chest, that means you got the rarest drop. They recreated rainbow chests in this RPG Maker game. It was so cool. It was very creative, and if anything, it just really makes me want them to do a console release of FGO even more. It's like in a perfect world, they would do what Grand Blue Fantasy does and do a console release. Like they could even do Kingdom Hearts style, where it's like it's really just like you and Mashu, and in every world you go to, you get that world's servants.
She would be goofy.
Who?
Mashu would be goofy. But Goofy's the useful one. So.
Yeah. Mashu is nice. It's just Mashu is also very specific about her role.
Yeah.
When you max her out, and I do have mine maxed out, level 80, 10, 10, 10. It's just very specific. Not that she's the worst or anything like that. And people that say she's the worst, I think, are just, they don't understand how to properly utilize her. But yeah. The April Fool's joke was fantastic, and I hope that they normally put out all of Rio's artworks, because I like I said, I mentioned when we were talking about Shield Hero like 3 hours ago, about the martial arts lady. So I was like, I wonder how they're gonna make him look, and he's just like, he's got this big ass block head. And he's got the giant like rectangular chin, and he's got little itty bitty glasses. It's and then and I was also talking about Hikaru Midorikawa, he does red hair, and so red hair, he fucking has carrots shoved into his mouth.
Is that the horse?
Yeah, the horse. Okay. He has carrots shoved into his mouth. I was like, oh my fucking god. So that's really what I wanted. It's what brings me joy in my life, is to see all of the April Fool's fan art. Shootins, Caster Shootins was pretty fun. I didn't see any of the summer ones. So I know that on the FGO wiki page, and I was actually going to go and try to rip them all, because the FGO wiki page actually was updated, but it's only in pixel art. So I'm just like, ugh. So it's like, it sucks, but oh, by the way, you also got 10 quartz too. Oh. They just threw 10 quartz at you. They were like, oh yeah, by the way, haha, go check it out, see. And that's what I posted.
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
Yeah. Martha riding Tarask, and there's Lancelot down there.
Oh yeah, I didn't notice him in that image.
So yeah, Olga Marie is caster, and then Mashu is, I don't know what job Mashu is though. Load. Thank you. So I'm trying to pull up just some of these. So yeah, the servant art cards. So yeah, Nyan Talante, so altar. Avishiborn. So you see how it's more like 16-bit, so it's not 8-bit, but yeah. It's like that style that they tried to do in like Scott Pilgrim and everything. Achilles, Chiron, Sieg. Look at him, Sieg looks like he doesn't want to be there. Ogita just looks dead inside. Oh, Valkyrie. Oh yeah, fucking Sigurd. Napoleon. Oh, see, and then Muroma Sakamoto. Okay, I was curious to see how they were going to do Sakamoto. Oh damn, look at Oryu. Oryu's hella long. So, Valkyries.
Oh, yeah.
So, pretty much, it's Rio's art, but it's just done in this pixel art style. So, yeah, Ibaraki, Summer Janu, Summer Jalter, Ushiwa Kamaru Assassin, Mysterious Heroine, the Gundam. This is my boy. I was going to make that my profile picture. Summer Mabe. Jeez. Yeah. Liangyo One-chan. God damn it. Moth. And then, yeah, he's happy. Look at it. So this is what I'm saying, man. Oh, she's so angry. Angers her. Oh, no! Christmas, Lucoa. Bradamonte. Oh, she's so happy. See the fucking horse.
With a carrot.
Fucking carrot shoved in his mouth. Oh, Protea. Oh my god, Shikibu. Look at fucking Miyu. Miyu just doesn't want to be there. He was like, what am I doing with my life? So I like, yeah, see, it's also fucking great. I want it to be like non-pixel art though. So, yeah. I was seriously gonna make Saber GR Mood my profile picture for yesterday, but then I was like, nah, 24 hours is not long enough. So, I fucking love Nyantalante. Nyantalante Alter.
She's so angry.
Yeah, man, she's so angry. The kids. Oh, man.
She's not like kids.
No, she loves kids. That's the issue. She always fights for the kids, to protect the kids.
Oh.
So, yeah, so that's what it was. It was like there was no Rio in the base game because they did it all for the fucking Dragon Quest RPG, and it's like, God damn it. I love and hate you so much. And I didn't even run into any. I don't know where all these. It was random. All the encounters were random.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, like, you know, when you go too far north into the snow, it's all Anastasia and Ivan the Terrible. But she's like level 10, and you start at like level 6. So you go up there too far, they're just gonna one shot you. And then you like go too far south, you get Okita Alter, and then she stomps you out. So it's like, you know, it's old school, man. You go too far and you just get smacked with that level cap. Yeah. So, but I mean, again, it's not for lack of effort. It's refreshing to know that they still have ideas.
Yeah.
So people are afraid that, oh man, after Lost Belt, what's gonna happen? I was like, guys, they have at least 4 more years worth of content. So, you know, don't be afraid to spend money. It's not going anywhere.
Yeah, and that's just right now. They can come up with more.
Yeah.
As those years go.
Yeah, I mean, it would just, if anything, it would just become like FGO 2 or something. You know, or FGO Heaven's Feel or some shit.
FGO 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Exactly. The Revenge.
Yeah. The son of FGO.
Yeah. So, yeah, April Fools. Man. Yeah. So, right before that, I don't know if Kama was the new character. She's currently in the vent. She was the one that actually gets more Ada and bustier as she levels up.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
So, that's cool. If you haven't seen her, and she's apparently also a Sakura face. So if you're a Mato Sakura fan, she's in that same arena. Same voice actress. So,
I'm a Rin fan, so.
Rin?
Yeah.
I'm when it comes to original Fate Stay, I'm Ryder. I'm a Medusa. Tall.
Well, yeah.
Tall.
She's nice too, but
yeah.
I'm more of a Rin. If I go with servants, then, you know, original, I guess, yeah, Medusa. Although Saber's up 50.
So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Kama apparently is also pretty fun, but, you know, I was not really interested to begin with, and I did roll a bit for her anyways after learning a little bit more, but I'm going to wait. So, in 2 years, I'll probably roll for her. So, you know, we'll let the hype build and all that. So, apparently also, too, before I leave and start going into the anime for a minute, they also did put out 2 charts. They put out the numbers of fan arts and the characters that have, like, the most fan art to the characters that have the least amount of fan art.
Right.
Guess who's at the top of fan arts? And this is overall. Like, if we went to, like, Gelburu right now, hentai, non-hentai, Rule 34, non-Rule 34. Guess who's, like, in the top? And it's multiple characters in the top, by the way. It's not just, like, 1 or 2.
So it's, like, tied for the top?
There's in other words, there's, like, plus 3,000 pictures minimum of these characters. So, more than 3,000.
I'll go Jean.
Okay.
Nero.
Yes.
I will say what's her name? Raiko?
No.
She's not?
No.
Maybe. Oh god. I'm gonna say Da Vinci.
Da Vinci I think is like C tier actually.
Really?
Yeah.
But why?
I don't know. That's a good question, yeah. So, an S tier, which is, 14,000 to 4,000 minimum. Artoria, Mashu, Nero, Jalter, Abigail, Tamamo, John, regular John, and Skasaha.
That's the Lancer, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The old hag.
Yeah.
And then right below them, in between 4,000 to 2,000, Salter Astolfo. Oh, Okita, Medusa, Shuten, Mordred, Mama Raiko, Liz, Ilya. Liz Lancer.
Lolly fans.
Yeah, the one we were just talking about, her
Yeah.
bikini armor falling off. And then Ilya, that's kind of worrisome.
Yeah.
But then and then on B tier, and then I'll stop right there. Well, I'll put the rest of this on the page, on the Facebook page. On B tier, we have BB, Jack, Nito, Nurse, Kyo, Default, Chloe. I really thought people would have done more. Well, Ilya did come first, so. Alright, Kuro, Nobu, Jalter, Santa, Lily, Ereshkigal, Tamakat, Ishtar, Musashi, Tomoe, Melt, Miyu just came out! How the fuck did y'all do 2,000 pictures of Miyu? God damn it, y'all! Calm down! Altera, Serenity, wow. Serenity, good. I like Serenity. Ibaraki and Milftoria.
Oh.
Milftoria, yeah.
I figured she'd be higher.
Same here. Interesting. And then you kind of starts filtering out. So Murasaki Shikibu, who just came out on Valentine's Day, already has 300 plus pictures. That's funny. I'm not surprised though. Drawn by Raita, who drew Mama Raiko, Shuten, and then Valkyria Chronicles. So I'm not surprised. What was shocking too was Budimonte, just ass shot in her own Noble Phantasm animation. The artist that does Xenoblade Chronicles actually drew Bradamonte, and
that explains a bit.
Is in D tier, between 500 to 100 pictures. Also, Brown Merlin, Scheherazade also down there, but that's shocking.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Bradamonte. I thought Bradamonte was actually getting quite a lot of art, but I guess I had a feeling too that after Christmas was over, people were just gonna drop Bradamonte, because it's like she is very middle of the road, especially if you already have like Ereshkigal, Skasaha, Karna. They all outclass Bradamonte in terms of just things a Lancer and a 5-star Lancer can do. So Bradamonte just, sure, she's cute, yes, ass, but in terms of practicality, that's where she kind of falls off a bit.
Okay.
And I made this argument too, because Karna is, I believe, my only 5-star Lancer in JP, and I was like, what can I say? But he pulls his weight. I give him shit, and he's kind of a tool, but he does a pretty standard, solid job. Even with the kind of quote-unquote end of Buster meta, Karna is pretty solid.
Okay.
And I do have him in my USA account because he spooked me when I was rolling for Milftoria. But he carries his weight. And I did level him up. I got him to 90 on both of my games. So Karna is pretty solid.
Okay.
But yeah, Bradamonte apparently needs more fan art. So if you do fan arts, more Bradamonte and more Brown Merlin, I would appreciate it. Roman would appreciate it too.
Oh, yeah. I would, definitely.
That's it for this my rants right now for
the game.
For FGO talk.
Oh yeah, that's the
drawn by the same
Darkness one.
Both drawn by Raita. Yes, that's Kayano Ai.
Yeah. And
then that's Haruka Tomatsu. So
I like the tan lines.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Me too. So and then that's
such a dirty old man, I swear to God.
That's Kama.
Ooh.
So
nice.
Yeah. And then because we were talking about it. This is all my FGO chat, basically.
Okay.
So, yeah. So.
God.
Yeah. See, this is from the FGO. Yeah. So I mean, maybe I might share this in the page too. So yeah. So I might share this in the page too, just so everyone kind of has an idea of what I'm ranting about too. So it's like, poor Miyu. Miyu just doesn't want to be there. So, that's normal Kiata.
Oh.
I think that this is from... I want to say there's another OVA or something coming out, or is the manga or something. Some sort of, like, Fate Extra side story. But, yeah. I was actually looking for something. But I cannot recall what's going on. Anywho. Oh, yeah. So, because that's her normal. She starts out as a lowly, and then as she ascends, she gets more and more busty.
Well, at least she has something going there.
Yeah. So, a little bit of everything for everybody. So, all right, I'm gonna end it there for the FGO video game talk. Real quick, we got a bunch of animes coming out. We didn't talk about this earlier, but real quick, we got Babylonia in October. We got Camelot at some point between summer and October, and then we have Waver in the summer.
Yeah, look forward to Waver.
Yeah, and then in between all of that, we also have an Ilia, Magical Girl Ilia OVA coming out. So you had a lot of Fate.
Yeah,
you got a lot of Fate coming out.
It is never ending.
Oh,
did you want to talk about them getting hit up with tax evasion?
Oh yeah, goddamn Uvo Top got hit with tax evasion.
Alleged tax evasion.
Alleged, yeah.
At this moment,
yeah. But I think they said that they had a strong case and that someone was going to jail or some shit. So. But whoever the Japanese IRS is, can you at least let them finish the third movie and then arrest them? That would be great.
Just arrest an intern or something.
Yeah.
Someone not important.
It was his idea. He did it. Yeah. Yes.
Poor intern.
Yes. It was Hito on the third floor. Wink, wink. I just busted the case for you.
Yeah. He did it. I saw his notes.
Yeah, you saw his briefcase. Full of yens.
He has all the yens.
He had all of it. And it was him, too, because he had a Saber plushie, too. I don't know.
Yeah, it was a Nero plushie.
Nero plushie. Don't you put that on Nero. So, speaking of Nero, too, and then I'm pretty much done. I'm signing off. So, this is what my homies just came back from Japan, and this is what they brought me. Why don't you win that from Toribo?
I think they're supposed to bring this in soon.
Yeah, I saw that,
Oh, this is the A version.
Yeah.
There's a B? What's the B version?
Well, she has some keychains. She has some rubber straps.
Well, no, I mean, it says A. That means there's a B version.
No, I don't know if there's a B version. I just know that there was like a slew of bath towel Nero coming out, and there was rubber straps, too.
Nice.
So.
Because right now they got all the bath towel versions of all the SAO characters.
I mean, this is the only one I care about.
Well, SAO, like...
Yeah, Sword Art.
Sword Art. I wasn't into that. This is pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna... I might use that for, like, cons and whatnot, but...
Yeah.
And then my other friend bought me that.
This is Gene.
Yeah. Because he's all like... So there was a running joke that I had. Gene was actually my very first 5-star.
Yeah.
My very first 4-star was Marie Antoinette. But my very first 5-star was Gene. But my friend, who was basically my guidance counselor in FGO, he had Gene. Because he had been playing JP, so he had already known that Gene was a starter servant. And so I was like, oh, I don't need Gene, He has Gene, I'll just use his Gene. Why do I need my own? And so shenanigans and all that. But I always would blame Gene because I would get none of my waifus. So I just figured that it was Gene cock-blocking me from all that temptation. So like, you don't need waifus, you need Jesus. And so I started to despise my Gene. Because she's all like, no, you don't need that harlot, Nero, come read the Bible. And I'm like, but Gene, no waifus, more Jesus. Yeah, go say Hail Marys. Yeah, so.
Wait, 4,200 yen.
Yeah, $40.
For used?
Yeah. And I looked it up online. That's actually the right price.
Wow.
Yeah. So
wait, is that a Ichiban Kuji prize figure? Yeah. It says up here.
Yes.
Okay, so that's like the lottery.
Yes.
That's like the lottery things. Okay.
Yeah.
That explains it.
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to say, for a prize game, a prize, like a claw machine prize, that's a little much. But for an Ichiban Kuji, that makes sense.
Yeah,
you can only get those from the
convenience stores.
Yeah, the convenience stores and stuff like that.
Yeah, same thing. I bought a bunch of the swimsuit ones from the summer servants.
Oh yeah,
and they were adding that promo too. It was like the little chibi ones, and I just bought those all straight up because it was the same thing. They were like in all the convenience stores, like the Family Mart and all that. It's like, oh yeah, it's like Japan is just all lottery. It's just everything in Japan is just lottery. It's all gotcha. Everything is gotcha in Japan. And I was all like, that's a cute idea. I just found them all in Akihabara and
just bought them. Yeah,
I just bought them straight up. And then I bought a couple too, like the Summer Tamamo one. I bought that for a friend. I gave that away. Summer Butt Toria, Summer or Artoria Archer. I bought that and gave that away too. So,
okay.
Yeah. But they were all convenience store prizes, Konbini prizes, and I was just like, whatever. I just bought them straight up. Nice. I have awful luck. If I have awful luck in gacha in the game, I can't even imagine my luck in real life. So I'll just spend the extra and get it for sure.
Nice.
So,
yeah.
Gotcha.
And $40 for that ain't too bad.
No. Like I said, they wanted 50 online, and that's like 53 after shipping. So my friend brought it straight from the source for 40. So
yeah,
I'll take it.
I mean, I thought it was like one of those crane machine prizes. That's why I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, no.
He spent that much on this? No. Okay, yeah.
That one right there. That's a statue. That Nero right there.
Oh, at the couch?
Yeah. That's a statue. The one right there above Takagi, that one is the yukata. Then the one right above that, I believe, is a prize figure, I believe.
Yeah, that's the one I gave you.
Okay, yeah.
Because I know the box.
There you go.
That is Miyamoto Musashi.
There you go. Cool. But that's all I got for Fate. That's all I got, as a matter of fact, for everything this week. So we'll wrap it up there. Unless, Roman, you have anything to add? Closing thoughts?
The only thing I'm going to add is I'm looking forward to the Camelot and the Waiver.
Yes.
The El Malloy.
Good choice.
That's how you pronounce it, right?
Yeah, Lord El Malloy.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to those.
Good choices.
Summer and October, right?
Yes, and as a matter of fact, at Anime Japan as well, they announced a collab event with Waiver, with Lord El Malloy anime. Didn't say what it is, or what's going to be, or is Gray going to be a servant? Everyone is hoping for Gray, but
that's his.
That's the assistant.
Yeah, his assistant.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and all I'm getting from what people are saying is it's something tied to Artoria.
Oh, so best servant.
That's debatable, but anywho, yeah, they said there's going to be some sort of a collab event. So
I only say that to mess with you.
I know. We all know she's awful. Even you know she's awful.
Awful,
yeah. So look forward to that. That'll be in game.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Hopefully next time we have actual video game stuff to talk about.
You know what's fun actually with the Babylonia anime, that now I can be that douchebag and tell everyone to go read the manga.
Oh, go play the game. Was it a manga too?
No. That's basically the same thing. It's like, psh, look at you. I'm going to spoil it for you. Spoiler! Look at these plebs watching the anime. Look at these anime-only losers. Oh, what a bunch of dorks.
Weebs.
God, man. Nerds. Fakers. What's funny, though, is that Babylonia did actually have the most gimmicks of all the stories to date. So it was like a couple of stages. There were less stages were straightforward than there were gimmicks.
Right.
So and by gimmick there was always something that made it a not standard stage. Because normally it's just you and the enemy and then you just beat each other up. But there was things that ran interference or caused damage or gave you buffs. I loved the fight with Gramps, where Gramps you finally get control of King Hassan. And he comes out and, just fucking, it's like against 30 enemies, and it's like, wow. That actually might be still today one of my favorite moments. I think Shinjuku is probably my favorite story, but using Gramps hands-on for the first time, still probably one of my most favorite moments of FGO. Okay. So, it'll be fun to see what they do with it in Babylonia. And they did at Anime Japan... the guy that plays Dantes in FGO is the voice actor for Ritsuka Fujimaru. Or Fujimaru, I think. So he's doing Ritsuka, and then of course Takahashi Rie is still coming back as Mashu. So we'll see. There's still some characters that they haven't shown. They haven't shown Gorgon, they haven't shown Lukoa, they haven't shown Aresh, even though they've shown Ishtar. So, and they haven't shown Uchi Wakamaru. So Leonidas, there's people that they haven't shown yet.
So keeping it a surprise.
Yeah.
Let you see how they're going to be when it actually comes out.
Kuwashima Ayako, the voice actress for Saber, is Fo, the little creature.
Right.
She does Fo.
Oh.
So that's okay. Because Saber's not actually in Babylonia, so they had to make her do something. So they're like, you could be the mascot, and here we are. So yeah, there's a lot. I think the Babylonia thing is pretty is a good choice. And it was also done deliberately because if they would have done something too far out, then America wouldn't be able to understand it. And they did also put out an American trailer or an English trailer for Babylonia.
Okay.
So I'm assuming that this is going to be dual release. Okay, so it's going to be Japanese
simulcast.
Simulcast. I don't think that this is going to be like a Netflix thing. Even though I know a lot of Fate has been going to Netflix, I don't think they're going to let this one go to Netflix.
Like just exclusive.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to let it. No, because they're going to lose too much money.
Yeah.
People will pirate. It's Fate. They will pirate the shit out of this. If Crunchyroll doesn't get it or Hulu doesn't get it, they will pirate it.
Yeah.
So they're not going to wait. They're not going to wait for Netflix to get all 12 episodes and then go watch. No. These are Fate fans, man. They will stab you with a fake Excalibur. So
that is something I did win on Toriba. There was a mini
replica
of the one that the altar uses.
Oh, Excalibur Morgan?
Yeah, I got that one. But it's like this big.
Itty bitty little Morgan.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's a wrap.
I think that is it. Yeah.
So I have some homework. I got to post up some things. We'll get back. I think the next one in 2 weeks we'll talk about. Well, I'll be talking about the shows that I'm going to wrap up, and then whatever started.
Yep. I don't think much is going to be starting next week that I'm watching.
Oh, excellent! I get a week buffer.
So I think everything starts in the second week for me.
Okay, cool.
So around the 6th is when I think everything starts, which I think is going to be around when we get to our next podcast, right?
Okay.
Not like that week, but maybe the week after. I don't know. I think. God, my mind is just jarbled.
No worries. Yeah, we've ranted and raves for a long time, so we'll wrap it up. Thank you all for sticking with us tonight. Enjoy the last bits of April Fools. I wrote on the Facebook page, and I'll ask again, if you got pranked or you saw some good pranks, share. I want to know what you got. I saw, who's it, Siliconera. I think they won the biggest asshole of the year award because they said Konami announced Suikoden 1 and 2 remake. That's a dick move, man. That was fucked up. So I think that was probably the worst. The funnest, I think, FGO with Dragon Quest. The worst or the most fucked up, Konami announcing Siliconera saying that Konami announces Suikoden 1 and 2 remake. Yeah, and then in second place, runner-up, Grand Blue Fantasy getting Ilsa married. That's fucked up.
Again, I'll marry you.
Yeah, right? Not wouldn't be hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, cool. All right, you guys, enjoy it. We'll see you guys soon. We're going to be more active in the group, so please follow the group.
Yeah.
Like the video. Follow Roman's videos. Watch Sumo, Mori, all that good stuff.
Bang Dream.
Bang Dream. Play Bang Dream.
Yeah, play. It's fun. Trust me.
All right, you guys. Let's get out of here. Signing off. Catch you guys on the next one.
Yep. And don't forget to get us to 6,000 likes or subscribers so that we can do the giveaway.
Do the giveaway. Let's go, guys.
All right. So we will see you guys in 2 weeks.
All right. We'll see you then. Take it easy.
Bye.